After days in lockdown and torrential rain, Perth has finally seen the sun come out for round 14 of the 2021 OPTUS WAFL season, and a vital game it is for both sides. Subiaco taking on Perth in our match of the day on Front Row Screen Sports. Subiaco are aiming to avoid 3 straight losses for the first time since 2013, in which they lost 8 games in a row between rounds 13 and 21. 3 straight losses sees Perth's finals hopes take another severe dent, and a paltry percentage of 77. A win would see them jump East Fremantle in the 6th place, but must rely on Swan Districts losing to West Coast today to have a chance of getting back in the 5. Subiaco, they've got 2 key debutants playing in this game today, while a milestone for Chris Maston on the Perth side. Former premiership player with the West Coast Eagles playing his 50th game today. Subiaco, the best percentage of the competition with 139 and a win behind on top of the ladder. Perth, they have got a big task to fulfill at 4 wins and 6 losses on what is a gorgeous sunny afternoon here at Leederville Oval. The sun's been turned on after days of torrential rain and even a few flash floods all across Perth, and we certainly hope you could join us all throughout the afternoon for what is going to be a scintillating encounter. We're going to go to a break. After the break, Luke Worthington's going to join me in the box for all the focus players and all the keys to victory for both sides in this round 14 clash of the OPTUS 2021 WAFL Premiership season. Subiaco doing battle with Perth. We'll see you after the break.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
As the kids jump on the bouncy castles, we look forward to round 14 of the OPTUS WAFL Premiership season for 2021. We welcome you back to Leederville Oval for this all-important clash between Subiaco, who are in 2nd on the ladder, a win behind top spot of the ladder Claremont, and Perth, who are desperately needing a win and looking to avoid another loss to their 2021 campaign. That is one of those players for the Demons who will look to be a key. Christian Carey, he has not kicked 4 goals in the last 4 games. Will he fire this afternoon? And also the debutant Josh Robbins, nephew of course, a legend Cam Robbins as well in WA football, and of course a legend human being, make no mistake about that. Speaking of legends, Luke Worthington joins me in the commentary box for the first time. Good afternoon, Luke. Should be a fantastic game of footy, a vital one for both teams.
Hey Paul, yep, unreal afternoon for footy here. Like you said before, it's been a pretty tough couple of weeks in Perth with the lockdown and the rains and flooding. So really good afternoon to get out for some footy here at Leederville Oval, and it's going to be a great day in the OPTUS WAFL.
It certainly is, and especially a crucial game from both sides. Subiaco, who are looking to avoid 3 straight losses for the first time in 8 years, and Perth looking to keep their finals hopes alive. Talking about a couple of these players this afternoon, one of them for Subiaco, we mentioned Josh Robbins making his debut today. Of course, only 178 centimetres from the Scarborough Juniors, but also another player that is going to be a big key, Drew Rowe, number 35, who'll be playing his 100th game this afternoon. He made his debut with West Perth back in 2012, 2-time premiership player, and he's right back in the thick of the action with Subiaco, a side that is dominating in the competition, as well as number 2, Andrew Fisher. Luke, now, we've been keeping an eye on Andrew Fisher for the last few games we've covered Perth. He's only played 36 games, and he's looking to really shut out those key lines forwards this afternoon.
Yeah, Andrew Fisher has had a really solid couple of rounds. He has been right in the mix with disposals. He's sitting well above his average, 12 disposal average. He's consistently beating that most games, and he's going to be right in the mix today.
But he's also going to be matched up with Martin Walters and Sokol. What's going to be the key to him shutting those forwards down and impacting the Lions' scoreboard pressure, which they've been heavily thriving on?
Look, I think the answer lies in a bit of physicality, the adjustments that need to be made from the coach's box when they do need to be made. We've seen some great quarter-time adjustments in the last week, so they're going to need to put him on whoever is working the best and go from there.
Josh Robbins there on your screen, making his debut for the Subiaco League side today. Very tough little customer. And he's a very good kick of the football. You know, he's a good young man with a good head on his shoulders, and no doubt he's going to be shining in his debut league game for Subiaco.
Yes, he's had an unreal season so far, and beautiful kick he has on him.
And hopefully he can kick a bag of goals as well.
That should be able to with a kick like that.
Now, number 3 for Perth, Chris Maston, another key player that we're going to keep an eye on today. His 50th game for the Demons. He's been at the side for a few years. A former premiership player with the West Coast Eagles as well, lending his AFL experience to the young guns at the Perth Football Club. And he's still going strong, is Chris Maston. Age doesn't stop no man like Chris Maston.
No, not at all. And a couple of injuries might have hindered him along the way, but he's finally made it to that milestone. A really good guy for them to have around the club. It seems like, watching from the outside in, that his role there as a leader is quite important, and they do lean on him heavily.
But his role as a rover as well, especially when Perth have been dominating for the clearance game as well. That's where Subiaco would really need to shut him down, because if he can dominate the centre clearances, watch out, Perth might get on a run here. But what they have to do is address the missed tackles. They have had several missed tackles go against them and have really been shut down in that facet. And Subiaco, another facet will be their forwards and their roving division. Gregory Clark, he's going to be one to watch as well. What a season he's having so far.
Greg Clark is having a phenomenal season. Not only does he get the ball and rack up just an enormous number of disposals, he kicks goals, he gets a lot of tackles as well. He's had a 12 tackle game, multiple 8 tackle games, and he's never really dropping above 5 or 6 tackles in a game.
Would you say he's a top 10 contender for a Sandover medal?
I would say top 10 easily, yes.
I'd have to say I'd go a bit higher, top 5. He's really rocking the Lions' den at the moment. And another player for the Demons that I reckon could fire this afternoon if he's on form, Christian Carey. He has not kicked 4 more goals in the last 4 games, and if he kicks 4, maybe Perth could win the game. However, it's only resulted in 1 win from those last 4 games. Denver and Lockyer will be tough opponents to deal with from Christian Carey's point of view. They're both mismatched in height. They've both got a height advantage compared to Carey, but Carey's well balanced. He keeps his feet brilliantly, and when he goes for goal, and when he gets a bag early, he is often on song, and the Demons really rub off on that.
One of the more solid tall forwards in the competition. He's had multiple goal games, had 3 against East Fremantle a couple of weeks back. Never really drops below 1, multiple 4-goal games, so we're going to see big things from him today. It's going to be crucial to their game plan.
Absolutely. Players getting into their positions for the start of this round 14 clash. Luke, who's your winner today?
Look, Subiaco have had a couple of weird losses recently, so for the sake of a bit of fun, I'm going to say that Perth come away with this one by 15 points.
Going for a boil over. Not the first time you've called for a boil over, and maybe you could get that one right again. I'm going Subiaco by about 6 goals. Their depth is just a bit too strong at the moment for the Perth side. That is currently missing a lot in this 2021 side compared to the 2020 side that got them into the finals. The umpires, Fry, Gibb and Lancock this afternoon will be Matthews and Reid to do battle in the ruck for this all-important round 14 clash in the WAFL season. Oscar Matthews, by the way, making his debut as well in the league, so Subiaco unearthing 2 debutants for this game. Partly cloudy day ahead, but at least there's no rain here at Leederville Oval. Round 14 is underway, a crucial game for both Subiaco and Perth. Ball's tossed up. Matthews gets first touch. Ball stuck in the centre circle, and there is a holding on. The Lions will get away. Advantage looked to have been taken by Kitchen, but the umpire will call it back. And the free kick will be taken by Harrison Marsh. 30th game. Goes for the short pass. Finds Clark. Talking about him in the pre-game. The short pass comes in, and a fine mark taken by Matera. And he'll have a shot for Subiaco's first goal of the game. That clearance coming off the free kick, very quick, nice and smooth. And players lowering the eyes and getting those short passes to effective targets. And that lead by Brandon Matera too was magnificent, letting off his opposition player. Matera from on the 50 with the left foot. It's not going to make the distance, No mark taken. Recovered well by Zachary Hill. The kick travels about 70 metres, but only as far as Drew Road in his 100th game. Road kicks towards the left forward pocket. No mark taken. Spoiled from behind. Clark. Couldn't get the clean handball away. It's over the top. Kitchen mops it up. Good hands out to Matera. And that's Road, I should say. Under pressure are the Demons, looking to get that one out. Kennedy gets bundled down and a beautiful tackle by a couple of Demons players. There'll be another ball up. First minute and a half played on the Shutterguard scoreboard. In this round 14 Optus WAFL clash. McInnes with the left hand. Roves it brilliantly, gets boot to ball. That's a heel who couldn't take the mark. Lions have got numbers around the football, but it's not going to go anywhere further. We'll have a repeat in proceedings on the defensive side of centre for the Demons. Reid working to the front. It's the tap to Gray. Gets the hand pass out. Clark goes to ground. Couldn't break through the second tackle. Hand pass comes out. Was there a holding on? Umpire says play on. The kick comes in from Delahunty. It's high towards full forward. No mark to Broad. Umpire calls play on. Kick dribbled forward towards the corridor. Delahunty off the ground. And it's across the face for a behind. That's the first score of the afternoon. One behind plays no score. Subiaco leading Perth in this round 14 clash here at Leederville Oval.
Subiaco's work at the contest has been very strong so far. Perth are going to need to steady the ship here as they work it out from fullback. Chip through the middle finds Casey Nicholas. Play on's called. Thumps it down the far wing. Goes off hands onto ground. It was socked forward. Running onto it now, Subiaco. Trying to get there quickly was Angus Dewar. And he finds the safety of the boundary line. Umpire will throw it in. Perth still struggling just a little bit to get control of the footy and start moving it around. So a lot of work to be done here. Hands go up for it. Whistle's blown immediately. Holding is the call. So play on for Perth is going to be denied as the rightful free kick taker will bomb it inside 50 as it just falls short. Was picked up by Matera, handballed out of the tackle. Maston tried to grab it. He got taken to ground nicely by Greg Clark, the tackling machine we were talking about before.
Rain starting to fall again here in Perth, and it's going to make its way towards Leederville Oval, so ball handling's going to be difficult.
I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me through the glass as play continues. Got wrapped up, went straight down.
What Subiaco are doing brilliantly is playing the man-on-man defence. They're not going to let Perth get any easy scoreboard pressure.
Ball gets thumped forward. Subiaco with some legs now as they chip it over the top. Heading onto it is Cornelio. He's battling heavily. And recovering it is Clark. Snapping it around, and it just fell ahead of the intended target in Sokol. Dribbled over the boundary line. Subiaco with a throw-in in their attacking 50. Rain a little bit inconsistent at the moment. It's been heavy for some periods, lighter for others. So we'll keep providing updates on that. Getting a little bit windier here too at Leederville Oval. And collecting it straight off the tap was Nicholas. Handballing it over the top, he found Avery. Handballed again out onto the far wing. Kick gets pumped through. Collecting it and soccering it from dribbling it forward was Rogers. That'll go over the boundary. And a free kick Subiaco's way for his efforts. Taking his time as he bombs it up the wing into a contest. Big flyer went up and the ball goes to ground. Umpire's going to have it. The tackle from Avery was good.
5.5 minutes into this opening quarter, still no goal being added, and with the weather being a bit inconsistent, it's going to be a big premium. It's really bucketing down by the city. Will it get down to Leederville Oval? Who knows? Ball's tossed up, struggling to get a kick at it. Kennedy bombs it high towards the attacking 50, and it's out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go the Demons' way, and it's going to be taken by Sinclair. Sinclair, game 129. been a key in Perth's midfield and defensive rotations. Down the line, back towards left centre wing. Disappointing kick. Mark's taken brilliantly by Delahunty. Delahunty goes inboard. Finds Harrison Marsh. Marsh on left centre wing. He's got targets. Up forward. One of them is Brote. He couldn't take the mark. Good rebound possession. Goes with the left foot. It's high. They'll contest about 20 metres out. Matera in the 2-on-1 couldn't take the mark. The Demons under a bit of pressure again. Giblet punches it forward. Delahunty taps it back. Numbers barging at the football. And the umpire will say, give it to me. First quarter is going to be very important for both sides. Subiaco have had 10 of them, and they've won 5. The Demons only won 1. They've only scored 12 goals on average in that first quarter, as the umpire will stop it there again. They're about 25 metres out from goal at the Subiaco end. Both sides going in unchanged from their last game 2 weeks ago. Matthews and Robbins, debutants for Subiaco this afternoon. No clear kick. Picked up by Harris. Left foot kick is off the side of the boot, and it's out of bounds on the full. And the Demons will reset through Giblet on the left back pocket. Minimal targets available for him, so he's forced to go long down the line. They'll contest about 60 metres out from goal. Over the top, McInnes, a great mark. Fraser McInnes leaps high and took a great mark. Umpire calls play on. They're going to move it quickly. Kick towards a 2-on-1. No mark for Stubbs. And it's over the line for a boundary throw-in in front of our commentary position. Still one behind. Subiaco lead it as we're approaching 8 minutes in this opening quarter. This Saturday afternoon, very overcast and unpredictable, the conditions today, so players are going to find it tough. Reed works it to the front. Robes it brilliantly off his own knock. Gets a quick kick with the right foot. Maston around the corner. They'll contest about 45 metres out. No mark taken. The intended target was Carey. And Subiaco can relieve the pressure by kicking towards right half back. Great pick up by Harris. Gets bundled out in the tackle. Clever there by Lockyer. That allows Subiaco to get on the move. The handball comes out to Clark. In front of our commentary position. Kicks towards the attacking side. A centre, the one-hander from Matera. Is the umpire going to pay it? Because it was close to the boundary line. No.
Very unfortunate. Brandon Matera there. I really thought that he had that. But we learnt last week, go with the opposite of what I say on decisions like these.
Boundary throw-in on the attacking side of centre for Subiaco. Reed against Delahunty. Reed and Delahunty doing battle in the ruck. Quick kick from Kitchen. It's high. Towards a 1-on-1, not 15. Umpire calls play on. Good tackle applied there on Hickmott. There'll be stoppage after stoppage with the way this game is going at the moment. You join us live on Front Row Screen Sport, your number 1 in 2021. Delahunty works it to the front. Got caught high. And Delahunty will take the free kick. So he'll take the free on right centre wing. He's got Hickmott roaming, as well as Nicholas Martin roaming inside 50. Perth are playing that +1 inside the forward 50. He kicks towards the attacking 50. They'll contest about 50. Brilliantly spoiled to the path of Gray. Swings it on the right foot. Delahunty on the second grab. Loops it over the top. Out there to Road. Almost dispossessed. Subiaco now under a bit of pressure to clear it from the congestion. Harris goes down. Or was he pushed in the back? Umpire says no. And the umpire will say, give it to me, close to the boundary line. And a little bit of pushing and shoving going on there with Rogers and Harris. It'll be a ball up close to the boundary line. Delahunty and Reed. Reed gets the tap, out to Marsh. He gets caught. Gray, quick snap towards our commentary position. Brown, good pickup. Maston releases Clark. Clark kicks towards the attacking 50. There's a free kick down the field. And there's a bit going on here. At the half-forward line, the free kick's going to go the way of the Demons. And it will be taken by Jaden Quill. And he'll have an opportunity for Perth's first goal of the afternoon. It's a much-needed one. Perth have been riding the Subiaco pressure.
Yeah, Perth really under pressure, especially at the contest from Subiaco. A couple of bad turnovers, and to be ahead, or if they were to be ahead after this goal, it would be an incredible feat after 11 minutes of keeping their head above water.
Quill from 35 metres out, strays to the left, but it straightens up. Quill gets the first one of the afternoon. And the Demons strike first. One straight goal to one behind. 11.5 minutes into the opening quarter on the Shutterguard scoreboard. And again, Jaden Quill just needed to have a balanced kick to go through. And there's not a lot of breeze to speak of, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. It's a much needed goal for Quill and get Perth up and running.
So Perth right back in this one after a pretty tough first 11 minutes. We just have a look at the match centre, and we can see that the disposal count is not quite heavily favouring Subiaco, but 33 to 27. The disposal count leading in that category is Greg Clark. Already has 5 disposals and two tackles, Clark. And on the other side, Brady Gray has 4 disposals. As we continue, got kicked forward by Delahunty. Now out far is Hickmott. He chips it over the top where he finds Harrison Marsh. Marsh through the middle, straight into the hands of Kitchen. Kitchen bombing it to the top of the paint of 50. They couldn't quite get it.
High tackle.
And yes, the high tackle is called as it's chipped in, and a strong mark. Taken in front by Max Walters.
Well, Perth got caught off guard there after that free kick. They let Max Walters loose inside that forward 50, and that's what Subiaco like to do when the possession's their way. They like to play that +1 inside the 50, and Max Walters provided that extra target for Delahunty to kick to. That's good play for the Lions.
Walters, the 24-year-old, originally from the Whitfords Junior Footy Club, kicked a goal last week after a 2-round goalless drought. Was very consistent before that. And here he is it one more. Straight through the middle. Subiaco get back in front very quickly. And I think, Paul, if you're Perth, that's exactly what you do not want to be happening. A quick response to a goal that you worked incredibly hard for.
Especially coming off a free kick where Subiaco had the opportunity, Perth rather, had the opportunity to reassess their defensive setup when Delahunty got the free kick. And as we see on the CD Dodd replay, didn't need to make the goal umpire move a lot, let alone at all. And Max Walters getting a very important goal, the quick answer for Subiaco, and they take the lead by a point.
Back to the middle. 1-1-7 leads 1-6. Subiaco and Perth live from Leederville Oval on front row screens. Thanks for joining us today. Luke Worthington with our host Paul Persick as it gets handballed out of the ruck. Perth moving it to the broadcast wing. Fumbling around with it though, couldn't quite get the hands he needed on it. Chad Harris pushes it over the top. Now's Kitchen pushing it inside 50. Couldn't quite have the strong enough hands, could Bro, but now he kicks it forward. Fumbling around Perth. They managed to get it out in the directions of Avery, and they could be away here, but they're going to get pressed right towards the boundary line. Had to very cleverly whip it over there for safety. Did Fraser McInnes.
Forward pressure is going to be crucial for Subiaco, especially when Perth try and barge the ball outside that defensive 50 if they want to release themselves from conceding another defensive turnover. So it's thrown in outside the forward 50 for the Lions. Matthews in front. It's tapped out there to Stainsby, who gets a quick snap around the corner. There's a free kick. And it's going to go the way of the Demons. It'll be taken by Jacob Caniglio at the back pocket. And Perth are away. Down the line towards left centre wing. McInnes! He held on to that one. 2 good marks McInnes has taken in this game. The quick hand pass comes out to College. High kick towards a one-on-one. Players will fly. One of them there was Stubbs. He couldn't take the mark. Umpire calls play on. The hand pass comes out to Rogers. Nice hip and shoulder. Follows that up with his own possession. The quick kick towards the attacking 50. Carey overruns it. And coming up to meet it now is Stainsby. Stainsby, a quick check side, who is hesitant. Carey drops a sitter from the corner. He dribbles it towards the goal square. Running onto it there is Brown. Soccers off the ground, but to the right-hand side, 4 behind. Perth looking for that quick response after the goal from Subiaco. It's all square. One goal, 1 behind apiece. in the 16th minute on the Shutterguard scoreboard this opening quarter here at Leederville Oval. Dewar plays the ball back towards the left half back flank for Subiaco. Hand pass over the top. Maston caught in a beautiful tackle by Robbins. Umpire calls play on. The hand pass comes out. Just out of reach there for Casey Nicholas. But it's Austin Davis, rather. And it's going to be another boundary throw-in. About 55 metres out from the Demons' goal. Demons would love another goal to take back the lead. Clark with a two-handed palm. Delahunty onto Clark. Snaps round the corner, getting the City's Matera. Hand pass out to Walters. Opens it up now for the Lions. Marsh, hand pass back to Clark, who just kept running unchecked. Clark's kick towards the forward 50, running back with the flight of the ball and taking a beautiful mark there is Matera. He can play on if he wants to. He goes inboard to Sokol, and Sokol takes the mark. Again, that ball movement from Subiaco, building the chain from defence into attack, is what's been working well for them again.
Yeah, it's been unreal from Subiaco. Really, really quick counter-attacking team in this game, and we can see the damage that they can do. Perth have put them under pressure a couple of times, and they've rebounded just as quick.
Sokol. He'll kick from about 50 with that big right foot. He kicked 6 to half-time the last time they met back in round 9, and that kick is no exception. A marvellous goal by Ben Sokol. He gets the Lions second, and they take back the lead by one straight kick. We're at the 18th minute of this opening quarter here at Leederville Oval. Subiaco leading by 6 on the Shutterguard scoreboard.
And see, we can see it here on the CD Dodd replay. Beautiful kick from about 45 metres out.
Perth will have
no
to...
celebration needed, really.
No, especially when you're Ben Sokol so cool under pressure. But Perth, they'll have to stop the counter-attack very quickly. They have to up in their physical game, because that's what was lacking for much of the season thus far, including that game back in round 9.
Exactly, and that was a very tough loss for Perth in round 9, so they're going to need to keep their heads above water in this one, like they have for the first 17 minutes of this contest. Subiaco 2-1-13. They lead the Demons 1-1-7 as it goes straight to ground, out of the ruck. Umpire's going to have it in the mud patch in the middle of the ground. Straight back up again. Hands go up for it. Subiaco get the advantage. Trying to handball it out of there was Clark. He couldn't quite. And then Hickmott got wrapped up by 2 Perth players. The umpire has it again. Here we go. Taps one down by Subiaco. Clark cleared it out of there with the handball. Crumbing it and pushing it over the top. They find Chad Harris. And then chipping it through with his left was Matera. And a good turnover there for Perth. Zach Hill getting the footy in the back pocket. Safety likes to bomb it up the wing. And it's going to be a free kick.
Rogers held on to there.
Yep.
on right centre wing.
Yep. So Rogers was held and pushed off the ball as he kicks it into the corridor. Looked like it was a good option to start with. Just eluded Nicholas. Maston's in there, makes a big tackle. And the umpire's going to bring it in. So Perth daring to go through the corridor now, Paul. Looking like they have some intent in getting back in this first quarter.
It was a daring attempt for Perth to try and open the play up, but the effort from Max Walters to get to the front of the ball and make the Spoils stop the Demons in their tracks. He's having a good first quarter.
Working out of the contest now, Perth. Andrew Fisher collects it, snap around the body, collecting it straight away now, Kennedy. Kennedy pushes it forward for Subiaco, but the mark's taken easily.
Davis.
On the far wing by Austin Davis. Davis running past the man on the mark, used it well. And low kick through the middle, found Corey Byrne. Byrne kicking it inside 50 now into a contest. Spoil pushed it to ground, and it's going to be a free kick, I believe, for a push. And he thought he had the advantage there. I believe it was Brown.
It was Brown.
Yeah,
He got
Brown.
caught high by the umpires there when roaming inside the 50.
So he thought he had the advantage there, but not quite, says the umpire. So Mitch Brown Snaps it around and
Believe it.
a turnover straight away to Subiaco. And now handballing it out to the far wing. It's collected and taken in by Dewar. He pushed it up far. And it trickles over the boundary.
Matty Taylor's back matching up on Bailey Matera. He's got a slight height advantage. He'll need to be at the front of the football for the spoil from behind because Matera, he's a pocket rocket inside that forward 50. Both Bailey and Brandon Matera. So it's a boundary throw-in on the attacking side of centre for Subiaco. They're looking to further increase their advantage. It's 2-1 to 1-1. Margin 6 points in favour of the Lions. Second place on the ladder. The clearance comes out for Subiaco. Matera kicks towards the forward pocket. Sokol with another good mark. At ground level. And he's going to go back inboard. Finds Clark. He's about 60 metres out from their goal. He intends to go back to Sokol, but Robbins! Great mark on the chest, just kept on running. And on his debut, Robbins will shoot for his first goal in WAFL League football. We mentioned him pre-game about being a dynamic player in the forward line in the lower grades. But what an impact he can make on the league right away. The potential that he's got is very promising.
Very tough angle here for him from about 35 out, Paul.
Robbins for his first goal in league football, and that'll have to wait a while because that kick is out of bounds on the full.
Would have been nice if it paid off. Very tough angle from the Dom Sheed pocket.
So out of the back pocket, Davis is going to switch it up now to Taylor. Taylor kicks down the line. Dropping a sitter there was Reed, but supporting him there was Stubbs. Reed gets it back, and now the Demons can move it on the counter, but stopped right in his tracks by Broke. Broke will go inboard towards the corridor. A fine mark taken there by Giblet. Giblet goes across the ground to the path of Taylor. Gets the sit and a quick hand pass. College goes inboard, disappointing kick. And the Lions can counter it again. The kick towards Matera. And Subiaco will look to make Perth pay once again. Matera plays on, goes with the left foot. It's towards the top of the goal square, but it's strays to the right-hand side for another behind. 2-2-14 to 1-1-7 at the 24th minute. And the Demons in a little bit of early trouble.
Now trying to move it up the far wing, Perth. Playing on. Ball just eluded him, and he got wrapped up. Now Subiaco with a turnover, have numbers coming the other way. Nearly brought it in, did Clark. Got wrapped up in a tackle, but the call is going to be push in the back. So Subiaco now a set shot on goal for Ben Sokol, who is having a phenomenal season so far. And one of the key players that we talked about before the game, kicked 6 goals against West Coast, believe it or not, in their loss. And then 6 goals the week before when they played the Demons at Lathlane. And here he is. Can he get number 1 of the day? Not quite. Just swings to the left. Perth now bombing it up the far wing. Strong pair of hands as it's brought down by Carey. Kick now through the corridor from Perth, and good play there from Stainsby to take that mark at the back of a one-on-one contest. A strong mark there.
Proud Kareem boy. It's towards half-back, finds Lockyer. Lockyer's going to send it across the ground. And the Lions will look to move it quickly. Dropping the mark there was Dewar. Soccer's off the ground. Was he held? Umpire calls play on. Gray out to Davis. Davis centering kick. Finds Stubbs. Stubbs is going to go long towards left half forward. Byrne, no mark. Gets it back. Was he pushed in the back? Umpire calls play on. Ball's not going anywhere further. Getting onto that one over the top was Quill. Outside the Demons attacking 50. The umpire says, give it to me. And there's a bit of a dust-up. And that looked to have been settled down very quickly. The free kick is going to be taken. With some holding on. Corey Byrne will get the free kick. And this will be an opportunity for the Demons to get to within a point. As we're not far away from quarter time. He goes in the direction there of his fellow Perth teammate in Brant College, and he takes a good mark.
Good awareness there. Those two linking up. College knew exactly where he needed to be in that situation, and now a much easier shot coming up from a very experienced player on Perth's list.
He's going to go around the corner. 35 metres out, kicks, and it's out of bounds on the full. No, it's across the face for a behind. So on the siren at quarter time, Subiaco lead it by 6 points, 2-2 to 1-2. Perth should be impressed with their efforts though, Luke. They were able to hold Subiaco to just 2 goals in that opening quarter, but the work of Subiaco's guns like the Hitmot boys, Max Walters for a passage, and even Gregory Clark, who's continuing his good form, saw the Subiaco Lions maintain their position out front.
Yeah, really solid. They were physical and hard at the fall of the ball. They were creating turnovers. They were creating space around the park when they had the ball. Perth, on the other hand, did a really good job just staying afloat in this one. A couple of really good chances. I don't think that they can let Subiaco do what they've been doing this quarter for too much longer, though, because the floodgates may burst open after that point.
As they say, poke the bear, you may pay the price. Subiaco held well in that opening quarter. 2-2-14 plays 1-2-8 here at Leederville Oval. And when we come back, all the second quarter action of round 14 of the Optus WAFL Premiership season of 2021 live from Leederville Oval.
And there is no soap or hand drying tools. Please let officials know.
Shatterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shatterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to Leederville Oval. The Demons now only behind by 6 points, but they've still got a bit of work to do if they want to keep their finals hopes alive. Subiaco, the team in control after the first 28 minutes of the game. They lead it by 6 with goals to Walters and Sokol. Jaden Quill, the only goal scorer for the Demons. Paul Persick and Luke Worthington with you in the commentary box on this Saturday afternoon of unpredictable weather at the return of the WAFL. And just before we get into some of the highlights, Luke, of the first quarter, Luke, around the grounds, we got 4 other games in round 14 and a couple of surprises.
Yeah, some big ones coming up today, Paul. A lot of them already underway as we head down to New Choice Homes Park. East Fremantle 1-1-7. They trail Peel Thunder 2-0, 12. And heading to Steel Blue Oval in Bassendean, the West Coast Eagles continuing their strong run of form. 3-6-24. They lead Swan Districts 1-0, 6. And Provident Financial Oval up north in Joondalup, 4-3, 3-27. West Perth leading the Derby. The East Perth Royals 2-2-14. And then later in the day at 2:40 p.m, Fremantle Community Bank Oval. South Fremantle Bulldogs, they will play Claremont.
Yeah, it's a big grand final rematch there. The Bulldogs aiming for revenge. But here are some of the CD Dot highlights of that opening quarter. It was really a game of who could, maintain more pressure at the football and get the counter-attack going, and Subiaco did that. Those 2 goals from Walters and Sokol came off the counter-attack, off defensive turnovers on the defensive side and centre, and they capitalised. The Demons, they had a few of their own, but they weren't able to capitalise as much, despite 3 scoring shots to 4 in that opening quarter. And that's where players like Clark, the Hit boys, and even Harrison Marsh come in and do a lot of damage in that possession count. And the hit-outs, Matthews and Delahunty taking control. The inside 50s, Luke, more importantly, Subiaco 15-7 in favour of the Lions. So the momentum is with them.
The momentum is definitely with the Lions. We also can look at the tackle count, a little bit telling. Perth leading the tackle count 21-13. I think that is a testament to the amount of time that Subiaco has spent in possession of the ball. They lead 75-66 in the disposal count, and really good game from the home side so far. I'm expecting big things from them this afternoon.
One player I'm impressed with Perth, however, is Fraser McGuinness. He got some of that control back in the ruck and took some centre clearances for the Demons, but also 2 very good marks. We know what good of a marking player he is, and he can change a game with his versatility in the centre and in attack as well. Shift him up forward, and he could also kick a couple of goals, as was demonstrated last September.
Yep, really solid, athletic, tall in this competition. And just quickly, before we head back down to the ground, I'll run you through some of the disposal leaders for this game. Brant College leading the Demons with 7 disposals. Austin Davis just behind him on 6. On the other side, Lachlan Delahunty 9 disposals. Greg Clark with 8. And Lee Kitchen and Brandon Matera, they have 7 for the home side, Paul.
Luke Worthington and Paul Persick with you in the commentary box on this Saturday afternoon. A very important game for both sides in the context of this Optus WAFL Premiership season of 2021. Subiaco win, and they'll go to top of the table for the moment, with Claremont playing the later game down at Fremantle Oval. If Perth win, well, they will only go a win behind Swan Districts in that race for 5th place. It's getting very tight between 4th and 7th place on the ladder. But this is a must-win for Perth. As you can see there, Avery, Davis, as well as Sinclair gathering themselves for the second quarter, with Clayton Giblett joining in as well. What must Perth do to stop that ruthless counter-attack of Subiaco? What do they have to do? What's the number 1 attribute that Perth need to have that they haven't had for the last few weeks?
Looking at trying to limit crucial turnovers inside the 50 and being a lot more physical with Subiaco at the contest.
About to get underway in the second quarter. Margin just 6 points. Goals were a premium in the opening quarter. What will the second term have in store? Going to be Clark, Reid and Matthews. Matthews gets the first tap. Great. With the left foot, out of the centre square. Nicholas charged hard there by Stainsby. The hand pass comes out from Clark. Out there to Kitchen with the hip and shoulder. Byrne. Kicking over the top towards the centre square. A good mark taken there by Heel. Goes across the ground, finding Harris. Goes with the short pass, and that's a good kick too. Finding Matthews. Looking for the hand pass. He elects to go towards the attacking 50. Over the top there, a fine mark taken by Nicholas Munn.
Good hands there from Munn. Really, really solid. And rewarded for his efforts. Subiaco getting some dominance in the early stages of this second term.
But also the way they were able to work at the clearance as well, control the centre clearances, is what Subiaco have done so well at. So Martin, to start the second quarter off right for the Lions, has threaded it through. A marvellous goal by Martin. The first of the second quarter, and the Lions strike immediately, and they lead it by 12 points on the Shutterguard scoreboard. 3-2-20 to 1-2-8. Nicholas Martin rewarded with a very good goal.
Beautiful kick again, Martin. Only just turned 20 this year, and a bright career ahead as we go down to reset in the middle.
He's only played 16 games. This is only his 16th game as Nicholas Martin from the Noranda Juniors, and he's blossoming into a very good young footballer.
Absolutely, Paul. And we can see that Martin today doesn't have a disposal listed so far, so that may have been his first of the afternoon.
Matthews and Reid. The Demons need a steadier. Fisher taken hard there But it's going to be a free kick going the Demons' way as he was taken high. Fisher will take it alongside the centre circle as the sun breaks out. Fisher going to the lead of McInnes. Interfered by Kennedy. Hand pass over the top, and there's a free kick. That was a bump off the ball. It's going to go the way of Subiaco. And, oh, Kennedy is losing his footing for a moment there and losing the boot. In the process, his left boot. But he doesn't need that to kick the ball. He uses the right foot, and that's a good kick. Finding road. They're looking to go back inboard. Goes to Walters. Walters goes across the ground, and that's a good kick too, finding Bailey Matera. Matera goes down the line, and Subiaco are on the attack. They're putting the pressure on Perth again. This is Bro. And that's a poor kick. Finds Jordan Reid, who's been outmatched by Delahunty and Matthews at the moment in the hitouts. Can play a bit down back. Reid down the line, one-on-one. It's a good punch from behind. Clark overruns it. Perth plays wanting deliberate, and they're not going to get it. It'll be a throw-in on left centre wing. Matthews and Reid. And another ruck contest here. Each side with one inside 50 to date in this second quarter. Kitchen overruns it. Matthews breaks Subiaco out of the congestion. Kitchen lines on the attack. Hand pass comes out. Back to Matthews. Towards the attacking 50. Sokol! Ben Sokol reeling it in with the one hand. He's proving his form no fluke. And he's going to go for his second goal. He'll kick from about 35 metres out. And again, so it's that work off the clearance that Subiaco have been well known for.
Yep.
And has resulted in tremendous reward for the Lions. So Ben Sokol to make it an 18-point lead. 35 metres out. And that is across the face for a behind. 3-4-22, playing 1-2-8. Play just 5 minutes of this second quarter on the Shutterguard scoreboard.
Perth now need to do something. Things could get out of hand quickly without a response here. Ball gets bombed down to the broadcast wing. Went off hands. Straight away goes to Subiaco. Kennedy tried to move it out of there. Referee has blown his whistle for a free kick awarded to Perth. Chipped forward and not the best option for him there. Subiaco collecting it now, and he tried to get it away to Stainsby but couldn't. Now play on for Perth. Andrew Fisher's running it hard up the other wing, and it's kicked and whipped around, and nearly the mark was taken by Jaden Quill, but it's going to go over the boundary and out of play. Just having some problems with our broadcast clock, but 5 minutes 40 has been gone in this, the second quarter. 3-3-21 leads 1-2-8.
That last attack by the Demons, they had Jaden Quill as a +1. They could have gone to Quill on a hard lead for an easy mark.
Yep. As ball goes to ground after the ruck. Collecting it is Oscar Matthews. Now Subiaco with a bit of speed. Walters had to dribble it across the line carefully. Had a solid game so far today, Walters.
He's been right in the thick of the contest. You know, he's given it absolutely everything when the ball's near him. That spoil at near the end of the first quarter when Perth were trying to reel the ball back into the corridor sums up his form so far.
Ball goes back in. Hands push it to ground. And going up for it was McInnes. Handballing it around now. Subiaco going to have to try and get out of the defensive territory. And it was nearly cleverly socketed through by Maston, but collecting it now is Matera. Matera with speed. Kicks it over the top, and he finds a great option in Nick Martin.
Walters is open, so is Sokol.
And that's chipped straight through and straight into the hands of Harrison Marsh, who looks like he'll be taking a shot on goal for
Well, I think Subiaco set that up brilliantly. A good shepherd on Rogers by Delahunty's teammate when Delahunty had the ball. That gave more Subiaco lane to enter that inside 50 with those kicks towards goal. Magnificent play by Subiaco.
Yeah. So here he is, Harrison Marsh, to extend Subiaco's lead and start to make this game a little bit less manageable for the opposition side. He just sprays it to the left ball.
3-5-23. I know it's 3-4-22. Just some problems with the scoreboard, but they've got it all sorted out. 3-4-22 to 1-2-8. Demons are away through Fisher. Kick back towards the centre circle and swooping in, Jordan Lockyer. Taking a couple of good marks in the back half. And he's going to open things up now for Heel. Game 118. Goes back to the defensive half and finds Will Hickmott. Quick pass to Matera. And Subiaco will look to switch it up. That's a risky kick because Maston was right there on his hands and knees. Hand pass comes out to McInnes, running with in front of the ball. Stubbs, good hand pass, cut off by Matera. He's had a good first half thus far. Sinclair, kick smothered, out towards Gray. Was he pushed in the back? Umpire says no. And the ball's not going anywhere further. That's a good solid tackle on Gray by Jordan Lockyer. He's had himself a good game in the back half thus far. Continuing on his good season form. Reid misses it, but Reid will concede the free kick. Matthews was pushed out of the contest. The umpire spotted that from 2 miles away. Gets it out to Clark. Kicks inside 50. Matera couldn't take the mark. Backed up by Brote. Gets a quick kick with his right. And phenomenal vision by Brote finds Max Walters. And he's going to open things up even further. He goes towards Hickmott. And Hickmott will have a shot from 25 metres out to further increase the Lions' lead.
Very clever play there from Subiaco, and they call Perth napping inside the defensive 50. So here's Hickmott. He's been somewhat solid today. 3 disposals, a mark, and here he is, Paul.
From 25 metres out, that is as straight as a die. 2-0 in this second quarter for Subiaco, and Will Hickmott gets his first. And it is nearing the 10-minute mark of this second quarter on the Shutterguard scoreboard. 28 plays 8, the margin 20 points.
There's the kick again. Dead-eye straight through the middle, increasing their lead to 20 points.
Replay all thanks to CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers. Great support of WA Sport in season 2021. Will Hickmott, originally from the Sorrento Duncraig Club. Trio of players there, along with Liam and Gregory Clark. Producing some great waffle footballers. And also those that have gone on to AFL level. Ball's back in the centre. Subiaco dominating so far. Hand pass comes out. The Demons will look to clear it out. Matera, caught hard there by College. And Subiaco again have numbers in front of the football. One of them is Matthews. He was held on to, wanting to pay the advantage, but the free kick's going to go the way of the Demons. And it'll be taken inside the centre square by Casey Nicholas, originally from South Perth. So Nicholas on the offensive side of centre. Hasn't got a lot of options, so he's going to have to send it to the hotspot. They'll contest the top of the goal square. In front there was McInnes, but it's rushed through for a behind. And the Demons will look to reassess now. 1-3-9, playing 4-4-28 here at Leederville Oval. The sun breaks free again. Fraser McInnes, he's been right in attack mode in this game thus far. And resetting it now is Angus Dewar for Subiaco.
Chips it forward into the hands of Kennedy. Clark handballed it off, moving through the corridor with purpose now. Subiaco. Mark was nearly taken. Holding on to its Rogers. Rogers snapped it around. And now Perth could be looking good here, but a very strong tackle. Kyle Stainsby coming in hard as He wraps up Jaden Quill. And a ball up will happen almost on the paint of the 50.
They've had 10 less tackles of Subiaco, but they are still getting more of the football.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that the 10 less tackles could probably show that they've had less of the football. If you're not having to tackle as much, it might be a fair indicator that the disposal count is in your way, other than some extenuating circumstances. So they have been very solid today, and we're looking to see that form continue. Greg Clark, one of the main tackling men in this competition, pushes it up the wing as it just bounced before the target he wanted. Perth turning it over now. Fisher, he kicked it inside 50. It bounced, went back up. Taylor tried to snap it around, and the referee has blown his whistle. Play on is the call. And the kick from the far wing, taken by Rogers, went out of bounds on the full pole.
He was trying to go for the impossible goal from outside 50, looking to do what Franklin did 11 years ago at the MCG, but not to be. Speaking of his former club, Hawthorn, they were annihilated by the Dockers today. Some 50-odd points down in Tassie. Keeps the Dockers' final 8 hopes alive, so well done to them on a big, big win in Nat Fife's 200th. The kick towards half forward for the Demons is chopped off by Reed. He's going to kick to the hot spot, out towards a teammate, but the Lions, through Aaron Hill with a spectacular mark, will follow that up out to Delahunty. The hand pass comes out across the ground, and Subiaco are going to get on with the job. Matera on left centre wing, into the path of Martin. Goes inboard, Delahunty. Hand pass quickly. The Lions are on the counter-attack again. The kick out towards Sokol from 55 metres out. He's going to send it to the top of the goal square. Over the head there of Sinclair. Walters roving it out the back. From the boundary line, his kick smothered. And over the line for a throw-in.
And he's played a solid game so far today, Max Walters. He's been right in the mix in a number of areas. 6 disposals too far. He's made 3 tackles and scored a goal. Good stat line being formed.
Delahunty snatches it out of the ruck and snaps it round the corner. Marsh underneath the ball, no mark, and it's going to go over the boundary line for another throw-in. Also another key number thus far, 37 to 18 marks in favour of the Lions, and also 21 to 12 inside 50, so the control and attack has been all the Lions' way in this first half thus far. Thrown in, winning it down is Reed. Delahunty again clears it for the Lions. Hand pass intercepted by Gray. High kick towards left half back for the Demons. Over the top there goes Clark. He couldn't take the mark. It's back towards the forward 50. Sokol. Brote out the back, snaps towards goal, and Brote has put it through. Brote gets his first, and the third of the quarter. The Lions are starting to pull away. 5-4 playing 1-3 at the 15-minute mark of this second quarter.
Beautiful goal there from Sokol as we check it out on the CD Dodd replay. Kick gets inside 50 and then bang, off a step, around the body, no problem at all. Didn't look which direction he was kicking. Just banged it straight through the middle. And they're the kind of goals that Subiaco will be after. They should be leading by a little bit more, I think. So a random goal like that, you'll be very happy with.
Especially when you got more numbers at the front of the football awaiting the crumbs. Subiaco, they've capitalised on those opportunities. Perth, when they've got the ball up forward, they've only had 1 target inside that forward 50. That's not going to work against this Subiaco side that are dominating the competition along with Claremont.
No. As we get ready to get back underway. Ball goes down. Perth running with it. Over the top of the Subiaco hands. Picked up by Rogers. Referee blows his whistle. So Rogers the recipient of the free kick. Has leads running inside 50. Bombs it in. And not quite a rush behind as Subiaco try and work it out of the back pocket. Big contest went up. Maston collected it as it bounced off and pushed it inside 50 over the top, and it falls into the hands of Sam Stubbs.
he just read the play brilliantly, did Sam Stubbs. The ball was dropping low. He read it well to the drop of the football, and a fine chest mark as easy as you like. McInnes was the man flying for the football. He was the intended target to fly over the top. Missed it, but Stubbs luckily had the presence of mind to take the mark down low in his chest. Well read by Stubbs.
Absolutely, and here he is, Sam Stubbs. Put Perth back in this one at least a little bit. And he does. 5-4-34. They lead Perth 2-3-15. Paul Persick.
And that was a goal that was much needed for the Demons because they had 3 scored against them in the space of 15 minutes. But Perth have got themselves right back in it, but only just because of the run that Subiaco had. Stubbs, what a lovely kick, and knew it. And what a marvellous celebration, almost the devil horns and the cannon to follow that up. You've got to love those after-goal celebrations in the WAFL. And not being biased, the West Australians, they do it the best in the Australian football scene. And he knew it from the moment it left the boot. And a crucial goal too. The margin now back to 19 points. And if another goal is scored by Perth, things might get interesting indeed.
Absolutely. And it will be a hard one to come back in. We know how free-willing Subiaco's scoring's been in this game at some points, but anything can happen as the ball attempted to get worked out of the contest. Couldn't do it. Umpire will have it.
Perth have got a +1 on their defensive 50. That is Casey Nicholas looking for that intercept mark should Subiaco get it back in attack.
Trying to clear it now, both teams. Moving out with the ball, Kennedy. Kicked it over the top, where it was with Sokol. And it trickles out of bounds, Sokol's kick. So, boundary throw in, right on the paint of the 50. Going up for it. Tried to move it forward, did Kitchen, and it goes straight over the boundary line again, Paul.
It'll be crucial for Subiaco to get this next inside 50 entry, how they capitalise, because as you said, Luke, they're free-willing to move the football from defence into attack, but also they can open up the exposed end of the ground and look for those easy marks, because they've taken control of this game in terms of the marks. Reid in front, gets the easy tap. Delahunty, was he held without it? Umpire said no. Quick kick by College, out towards right centre wing. McInnes looking to reel it in with the one hand. Doesn't. Now Subiaco are on the attack again. Dwyer out to Lockyer. Lockyer's kick towards the forward 50. Fine mark out the back of the pack. Taken by Avery. Was the only player up in the contest. Avery chips it short and finds Caniglio. Fisher on the right half-back flank for the Demons. They would love another goal before half-time to steer the momentum back further their way. Lockyer spoiled from behind, intercepts the hand pass. Quick kick will go back to the path of Fisher. And another solid mark from the former Kingsley player. It's 36th game of league football. Forced to go down the line, but he's got an open man in Quill. Takes the mark just by the Royals members' stand. And again, they're forced to chip it short and switch up the play. The Subiaco forward pressure absolutely relentless. Taylor goes to Sinclair. And now they're going to open it up across the ground. The kick towards left centre wing. 2 players out the back for the Demons. Maston was one of them. Another there was number 20, Ian Jai Clark. Hand pass was poor, intercepted by Kitchen. Harris. This is Martin. Goes back inboard. That's a good kick. And finds Liam Hickmott. He's going to switch it up. Back to the corridor. Delahunty. He can go over the top to Clark. That's what he does. Clark from inside the 50 goes towards the top of the goal square. And an open man. And the goal's been kicked right away. And again, Michael Brote was the lone target inside the goal square. And Brote kicks his second.
Really good awareness there from Brote. Was right at the drop of the ball. Bang. Put it straight through. Greg Clark's run through the middle was absolutely terrific to set up that goal, and Subiaco beginning to cause Perth some very serious troubles. And
again, it's that counter-attack that we talked about at the quarter-time break, how Subiaco are just moving the ball at a free-willing pace to make the Demons pay for these turnovers. I'll tell you what, Claremont, South Fremantle, ought to watch out the next time they meet them, because at the moment, this first half is one-way traffic.
Yep, one-way traffic indeed. 6-4-40. Subiaco lead Perth 2-3-15. on the shutter guard scoreboard. Ready to get back in underway in the middle. Ball goes up. Tap to the advantage of Subiaco. They tried to clear it out of there. Kitchen couldn't. But now they have a bit more luck through Clark. Clark kicking it out far, and a strong pair of hands. It's taken in by Harrison Marsh, and he will have another shot on goal for Subiaco in this short time span.
This is starting to get ugly for the Demons. You know, they're losing more of the possession. They're getting obliterated in the clearances, and Subiaco are going to be kicking goals left, right and centre with the pace of the game that they're taking it on.
Absolutely, they are setting themselves up for a very big second half. Subiaco's taken a big run up here. Harrison Marsh, and another one would be sending them into half-time in a few minutes with a lot of confidence, but it just went wide to the right.
41 plays 15 here at Leederville Oval. It's a round 15 clash as Taylor will bring it back into play. Short pass finds Davis. Going to go back inboard and find Caniglio. Caniglio at half back. Forced to drop it short. Good mark by Byrne. Byrne again. They're going to move it slowly here. Christian Carey's pushed down back. He takes the mark. Carey goes across the ground. Great mark by McInnes. A little bit of a juggle, but he reels it in. Goes to the corridor. It's a risky kick out to Nicholas with a good mark. And now they're on. Nicholas has got a couple of targets up forward. One of them there is roaming free, 20 metres out from goal. Hand pass comes out to Maston. Forced to go back over the top. Davis from 40 metres out with the left foot. It's coming back, but not enough. Oh, that would have been a real big response to the Subiaco attack. But only a minor score.
Perth's effort through the corridor both times that they've really gone for it has been quite strong, so I'm looking forward to seeing them show a lot of courage in the remaining hour and a half of this game.
Well, they need to get an immediate goal, and they're going to get an opportunity here. A free kick is against Sokol. It's going to go the way of Davis. He goes inboard, and just inside the 50, the mark taken by College.
And they'll very much like the option there for College to be taking a shot on goal, which he will line up and do.
He can back himself in here. He's a very good kick. He was looking to give it off to Taylor, but he's going to go for it himself. College from just outside 50, swings it onto the right boot. And has he got it through? No, just to the left-hand side for a behind.
Distance wasn't a problem at all. Used the man on the mark real well for that shot, and maybe just put a bit too much into it for it to go left.
Bit of too much outswing, you could say. Mark taken by Kennedy. He's signalling to the players, push forward. Kick over the top, and that's good. Subiaco on the attack again. Clark, nice little 180. Dewar, close to the boundary line, gets out of strife, goes over the top with a lovely kick out to an unchecked Clark. He plays on. Centering kick out to Hickmott in the open. He had 10 metres of space to him. Hickmott will chip it forward. That's a poor kick in the direction of Byrne. Martin down low on the rebound. He picks it up and he was held. And he'll get the free kick. And Nicholas Martin will have the opportunity to kick his second and put further pressure on the Demons. In fact, no, he's going to give it off to a teammate of his. It was Hickmott who will get the free kick. That quick movement by Subiaco from defence into attack, the way they were able to move it end-to-end, free transition football, is a hallmark of the Lions side. Will Hickmott for his second. 35 metres out, the wind at his back, and he gets it. So Hickmott gets his second. The Lions have 5 for the quarter, and they are putting the Demons to the sword in this first half. It is 7-5 to 2-5, the margin, 30 points.
Set it on replay. Solid kick there from Hickmott. And it was no problem at all from the moment it left the boot Subiaco really starting to put the clamps down on Perth in the very late stages of this second half. Shouldn't be long now until half-time. 7:5:47, Subiaco, they lead Perth 2-5-17.
27 and a half minutes gone, so we're not far away from half-time.
On the shutter guard scoreboard, as here we go. Clark couldn't, sorry, Brady Gray couldn't move it. Hands go up. Converging it out of the pack, and a big bump in the corridor as they went for the footy. Good old school collision. Handball went across to Hickmott, and it's chipped out far to the wing. Trying to corral it in, Subiaco. Gets chipped forward by Giblet. Now really heavy pressure on the footy was brought. A lot of bodies around the ball now, and Subiaco, as usual, are going to come up with the better of it. Looking to do some damage through the corridor here. Good overhead mark was taken. Now they're pushing it out to the wing, Hickmott, and he snips it forward where he finds Nicholas. Nicholas doesn't back himself for this. Set shot goes in, and taking the mark is Max Walters. One of the men of the match today, Max Walters.
I'd have to go along with that. What a first half he's had. You know, he's one of those players that really gives it everything. Max Walters, a beautiful mark at full stretch, and there's the halftime siren. And what a way for the Lions to go into the first half by possibly kicking 6 goals for the quarter.
Would be very nice for them. Can Max Walters deliver? No problem at all. Subiaco extend their lead heading into half-time. 9:5:59. They lead Perth 2-5-17, Paul Persick.
What a fantastic first half that was from Subiaco. They just kept producing the attack. They just kept on attacking and were effective at it. Their movement of the football from defence into that attacking 50 was nothing short of ruthless. Players like Clark, Walters, Kennedy, and even guys like Nicholas Martin and the Material Boys up forward were able to get plenty of the football and use it effectively. The Demons, they're just leaving too many gaps by that defensive 50, and they're being exposed for that. Even if Quill, Rogers and Stubbs had key possessions, and Stubbs was able to score that only goal to briefly give the Demons a bit of a real rev up for those 2 minutes at least in that second quarter, they just weren't able to sustain that edge that they had. Subiaco have got the momentum. Perth are still playing catch-up football at the moment. I'm saying Walters the man of the match so far. Who would be yours?
Clark. The work that he's done on the ball and off the ball in the midfield has been second to none.
8:5:53 plays 2:5:17 at half-time here at Leaderville Oval. We'll be back with all the first half highlights in this round 14 WAFL clash on Front Row Screens.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to Leaderville Oval as you see the little kids having fun with a little kick-to-kick. It's great to see them back and enjoying a slice of the footy action. It is Subiaco leading 8-5-53 by 6 goals, 2-5-17 Perth in this round 14 WAFL clash. Paul Persick, and Luke Worthington with you. Just before we get into the CD Dot highlights of this first half, a couple of the match numbers thus far, and they've been overwhelmingly, for most part, in favour of Subiaco, given the control that they've had for much of the game. 8-5 playing 2-5, 118-91 kicks, 56-36 marks. Even the Demons have out-tackled the Lions in this game, 31-23, but the inside 50s have been a vital asset, 27-16. And also we go around the grounds in some of the other games as they head into half-time. The Thunder have run away from the Sharks in the first half over at New Choice Homes Park. 7-2-44 plays East Fremantle 2-1-13, the margin 31 points. After a slow start, Swan Districts were able to come back and they lead by 19 points over the West Coast Eagles, 8-4-4-9. The grand final rematch is underway and it's a tight affair early on. South Fremantle leading by 2 points over Claremont, 4 goals straight to 3 goals 4, and West Perth dominating first half against East Perth in the derby over in Joondalup, a Provident Financial Oval. 9-6-60 West Perth, 3-4-22 East Perth, with Tyler Keitel again being amongst the goals with 3. CD Dot highlights, wonderful supporters, CD Dot in 2021 for all WA sport. A big highlight of the work rate that Subiaco have been able to possess from their star players has been their counter-attack, the way they've been able to move the ball in freeing fashion. They've been able to open up the ground more with plenty of targets opening up the space. Delahunty, Clark, and even Will Hickmott, who scored a couple of goals in that second quarter, but also Michael Broad it is, who's playing his 42nd game of league football. He's been a prime target as well. Max Walters also priming himself to the task. A couple of good marks up in the air, and Fraser McInnes as well. That was also magnificent. Christian Carey has been held goalless thus far. He hasn't kicked 4 or more goals in the last 4 games. And with the way Subiaco's going, that streak may extend. But with the way Perth were able to counter-attack Subiaco, or trying to counter-attack Subiaco with their own style of movement, they just could not get it going. And the way Subiaco were able to bomb it long inside the forward 50 to free targets like Sokol, Walters, and even Gregory Clark for a time, it really gives Perth under Gary Moss a couple of questions heading into this second half. I might also add that, of course, round 14 is NAIDOC round, an incredible occasion every year by the WAFL, and they get these talented artists in the West Australian Indigenous community to design all these jumpers. As you can see, all the teams are running special NAIDOC round jumpers, and don't they look magnificent. The Subiaco one in particular, an amazing story indeed. The Lake Gwelup area, which comes from the Welling No meaning shift position in the Aboriginal heritage, and it's a great jumper design, and for Perth as well. Like all the teams in the 2021 Optus WAFL season celebrating NAIDOC round, the Perth Demons jumper, as you can see, is also magnificent thanks to Samuel Stubbs, who designed the jumper, who is out there playing today. 8 water holes that represent each of the Aboriginal players that are playing in the side. 8 of those in the Perth side. And what a talented bunch of players they are, and a great round to celebrate West Australian and Australian Indigenous culture. Well, as we are well into full swing with the halftime break, let's go into a special halftime package with the help of Optus. Let's take a look at AFL Premiership player Will Schofield's return to the Waffle in season 2021. Remember, it all starts with yes.
I started my career here in Western Australia. I played most of my first year at Peel. It was kind of a good transition between junior footy for me and then AFL. It was that middle ground where I sort of grew up a little bit, and it was why I was keen on coming back here. I really felt like that did have a lot to do with me developing not only as a footballer but as a man.
So Hawthorn have done it.
Probably took a long time to get over 2015. When you make a grand final, you think it's the best thing ever, and then when you lose it, you realise it actually could be the worst day of your life. 2015 was just a horrible day. It took almost 3 years to get back there. 2018 was life-defining for me. My best mate was killed in a bike accident. After round 1, went to the funeral in Victoria. Pretty much considered not coming back to AFL. I had my first child in June of that year, so that was a real wake-up call for me, and it was great. Fatherhood, changed me a lot. It was a huge roller coaster ride for me that year. Really feeling like my whole AFL life, it was all just gone, and I missed the opportunity. I was not going to get the opportunity to validate my work by playing in a premiership. I wanted that opportunity to, in my mind, validate my worth as a player, but as a person.
The Eagle has landed for the Premiers in 2018.
Having won, it certainly helped that, but I've definitely come to realise your value isn't what you are as a player, it's what you are as a person.
Yeah, well, really, when Scully decided to finish up playing at AFL level, I think he was lured naturally back to Peel, because this is where he played his football before he played AFL, and he felt the sense of the community down here, and he's got a young family. So, from what I can understand, it was quite an easy decision for Will to come back to the club, and yeah, we're definitely thankful that we've got him.
Like sort of any player that comes out of the AFL, you're exposed to an elite level of everything really that comes with AFL. Training, diet, mentality, you name it, we've seen it at AFL level. So I guess some guys go into coaching, and not really for me. I don't really see myself as a coach, but I do like teaching, and I like leading young men.
I know he's really optimistic about the young talent that's coming through here at the club. So it's been great for him to run our emerging leaders program with our Colts and our senior emerging leaders. There's no doubt that he'll help those guys develop.
I do it fortnightly. We work through everything I've learned as an AFL footballer. So it's a little bit of a masterclass for them on leadership, but really it's about being a better man and leading better as a person, understanding yourself, and giving you a platform to succeed. If the guys go out and get drafted, I'd be proud, but it'd be awesome to see. But if they come out and they've learned something and they're able to be a better person outside the footy club, well, I've probably played my role.
Great halftime package on Will Schofield, the former West Coast Eagles premiership player. As we're back with you at Leederville Oval, Paul Persick and Luke Worthington in the commentary box, and Subiaco leading by 6 goals, 8-5-53 to 2-5-17 at halftime. I mentioned, Luke, right at the start of the halftime break, how Subiaco were able to move the ball a lot freely compared to Perth. They've been able to move into space a little bit more, opening up the play towards the far wing of the ground, and it has paid off because they were able to get targets roaming inside that forward 50, get that added avenue to goal with Clark and Sokol being amongst those. Perth, if they're able to counter that and move the ball and slow down the tempo, that could maybe force Subiaco off their game a little bit, but they got a lot of work to do in how they use the football.
Yeah, I've quite liked the way that Subiaco obviously have done business for this entire game. They've been, like you said, very free-flowing with the ball, relentless off the ball, even though they're slightly trailing in the tackle count. That would be because of how much they have actually had the ball. And third to that, they're creating a lot of really good turnovers. They're putting a lot of pressure on Perth when they have the footy. Perth have played it safe a lot at times. There has been the odd time where they've dared to go through the corridor and really try and be creative and aggressive with the way that they carry the football. It's rewarded them at least a couple of the times that they've managed to do that. So I'd like to see Perth really go for it this quarter and see what they can get done through the middle.
It's a big third quarter coming up here at Leederville Oval. The Lions are leading by 6 goals in their pursuit to go back to the top of the table. The Demons needing a win to keep their finals hopes alive. We'll be back with all the second half action here at Leederville Oval, where it is the Lions in round 14 are leading the Demons by 6 goals.
Shatterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shatterguard.com.au.
Second half action not too far away here at Leederville Oval. It's round 14, the 2021 Optus WAFL season. Part of another big weekend of football here in WA, a long weekend at that. Not only today's games, but also the WAFL Women's Grand Final tomorrow. And then the Eagles doing battle with North Melbourne on Monday night, no less. Going to be another great spectacle over there as we show you the CD Dodd highlights of that first half. CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers. Once again, a great support of WA Sport. And the way Subiaco were able to move the ball freely inside that forward 50 and out of defence as well, with solid contributions from Lockyer in that defensive half, really proving a vital aspect in how Subiaco are moving the football. The Demons largely caught from behind for most of that first half. They just need to move the ball a little bit more efficiently, and they've got players like Gray and Clark that really need to step up. And that man as well, Jaden Quill, who scored the only goal for the Demons in the first quarter. He really needs to provide himself a clear avenue to goal, because the Demons at the moment are being beaten in most of the key match statistics. Subiaco playing to the best of their abilities once again. That got them those premierships in the 2010s, and why they are nearing top spot on the ladder again in 2021. And as the highlights go along, the ladder before this round, Claremont on top, a win clear, Subiaco second, South Fremantle in third, and then a battle for fourth place, West Perth and Swan Districts, who can still jump to third place at the end of this round, pending results going their way. East Fremantle, who are playing Pure Thunder at the moment, have an opportunity to go a win behind fifth place, and at Perth likewise as well. Pure Thunder, East Perth and the West Coast Eagles rounding off the ladder. The highlights showing as we await the teams to come back onto the field in front of what is a really decent crowd here at Leederville Oval, always showing a great atmosphere of the Subiaco fans. One of the most successful clubs in the last 10 years. In fact, the most successful club in the last 10 years, and they are proving so once again. Subiaco back out onto the field, led by Lee Kitchen. And they'll want to build upon a solid first half of football in which they only conceded 2 goals. And we talked about 10 of the first quarters that they have had. It was their 6th first quarter that they won out of the 11 that they have played so far, though. So have won more of their half of first quarters in the 2021 season. The Demons only 1 from 11. A pretty disastrous record, if I could say so myself. But also Subiaco have got a bit of the wood over Perth. They are looking for their 10th straight win against the Demons, and 16 out of the last 17. And they've also won the last 7 against the Demons at Leederville by an average of, get this, 71 points. An older 16-3 record in all games between these sides at Leederville. Perth are also coming back out onto the field, ready for the second half, led by Fraser McInnes, their captain. They know that they've got a big second half ahead. They've got some work to do if they want to get back into this game. They had a few players taking some wonderful marks, McInnes in particular, also Brent College, Jai Clark up forward as well, but they need a lot more than that if they want to get back into this game, because the momentum is truly with Subiaco. And that's why they've got that big margin of 6 goals, 8-5 to 2-5, before heading into this second half of football in this round 14 clash at Leederville Oval. Beautiful one-handed mark there by Sokol nearing the end of the first half. And then Perth were able to fight back. McInnes never gave up in his attack of the football, but was beaten to in the contest by Heel. Good ball movement from Matera as well. He's quick on his feet, is Brandon Matera, as well as Bailey Matera. Have only played a combined 38 games in the WAFL to date. But the fact that they were able to find multiple avenues to goal with those inboard kicks to the players like Will Hickmott and Harrison Marsh gives a testament to what Subiaco can do when moving the ball inside their 50. And are they able to continue that momentum? Well, many have said the answer is yes. And one big reason why they are a top 2 side at the moment. Look at that. Great mark taken by Aaron Heel, running back with the flight of the ball and being the only one that went up in that contest. As Luke Worthington rejoins me in the commentary box. Luke, we're just going through some of the CD Dodd highlights and how Subiaco were able to get more flyers at the football in those contests. A couple of marks taken by Walters and Heel showed the domination that Subiaco have got when the contest is there, and especially how good and how dynamic are players like Heel and Walters, especially when the ball's up in the air.
Exactly, and they've been the more physical team, as well as the more free-flowing team, etc. They have been the more physical team. They have been the team that's been willing to commit numbers to the footy and numbers to the contest, and like you said, numbers in the air when going off those big
Perth
raps.
have to commit a little bit more. They need more numbers at the footy, because more often than not, it is a 2-on-1 or even a 3-on-1 as well, and that's where Subiaco are heavily favoured in those contests when the ball's forward in Perth's forward attacking 50. They'll have to kick to more open targets if they want to overrun Subiaco in this game, because like what I said at the beginning of the highlights package at the coming out of the break, Subiaco, they're just willing to commit more numbers. But on the other hand, Perth, they are a good comeback team at their best. You know, they had themselves a couple of good wins coming from behind, one of them against South Fremantle earlier in the season, but they need to do a lot more than just get more numbers to the football if they want to get the 4 points here.
They do need to do a lot more than just get numbers to the football, that's absolutely for sure. They need to be a lot more creative and free-flowing in the way that they are carrying the football when they have it. They need to be not creating costly turnovers close to their defensive 50.
Would you want to change your tip now, given the margin?
Well, yes, absolutely. I don't see Perth coming back. I think at the start of the game that was just for a bit of fun to go with the opposite one.
And it's not a bad,
and
it wasn't a bad call, you know, at the start. You know,
I've always liked Perth. They're a team that we've seen play in some amazing games over the last 2 years. They're a team that you can never, ever count out. And you know, I think before the game there was a very small chance that they could have got the job done against the Lions today. As we head into the second half, it's going to take a gargantuan effort to be able to overcome these guys.
Margin 6 goals as we head into the second half. Brote and Hickmott and Walters have each got 2 goals. The others being Sokol and Martin. What was the last time these two sides met? 98 points on a Thursday night in round 9. And Subiaco, their last 9 games against Perth have resulted in victories. In the last 7 at Leederville Oval, as mentioned, over 70 points on average, the winning margin. And Subiaco are looking likely to maintain that with the aggressive edge that they have got at the moment. It'll be Reid and Matthews to start off this second half here at Leederville Oval. Winning it down is Reid. Getting out there was Kitchen. Hand pass back to Matthews. Breaks through the tackle and the Lions are away through Clark. The kick intended for Matera, but in front was Davis. Fantastic play from Davis. Gets the hand pass out. The Demons are going to get the first real opportunity here. The kick towards a 2-on-1. No mark. McInnes overruns it, but Subiaco had numbers at the back of the ball. Heel and out at full stretch. Greg Clark. Great mark. Good first half he had. It was a bit quiet in some patches, but when he got the ball, he's effective as ever. Heel from half back. Kicks from a standing start. Finds Dewar. He's under pressure. Breaks free from Stubbs. Kicks to the attacking side of centre. Great mark by Stainsby. And they continue on this free movement of the football. Delahunty favoured by the bounce. Hand pass over the top to Marsh. From 40 metres out. Goes for goal. And just across the face for a behind. 8-6 playing 2-5 here at Leederville Oval. Man, Subiaco pretty much echoing what we mentioned in the first half.
Yep. And, you know, when you've got your ruckman involved in plays like that where you're looking a bit like the Harlem Globetrotters rather than a footy team moving it through the middle, that's when you know that things are going well. Perth continuing play out from the back line here, and Subiaco almost immediately able to get hands onto that one, and they've turned it right back over. Stainsby couldn't get rid of it. Coming in with a big tackle was Carey. He has been the man of the match, I believe, for Perth on the other end. And now Subiaco pushing it right forward towards the face of goal. Running onto it. Did he get it in the air? He did, but it just went through the left-hand side. Would have been a highlight reel goal.
Maybe we've been around Euros time. You know, we're getting close to the final, Italy and England.
Yeah, we've been getting too many 3 a.m. starts for Bailey Matera to watch the Euros over the last couple of weeks. As play continues through the middle, Brady Gray kicked it forward, and Subiaco, just like that, are able to break up the flow of Perth's movement. Just getting a jump on the one-on-one contest. They've now managed to move it in, and in open space, the mark taken in by Casey Nicholas.
Where has that been all game? You know, that's the first time that Perth have really been able to garner any clear opportunity inside that forward 50 with free movement of the football, especially when spreading out towards the far end of the ground. The way Stubbs was able to set up the kick for Nicholas, just magnificent. Just lowered the eyes. Nicholas at a hard lead. Good mark. This should really give Perth a little bit of a sting.
Nicholas, very slight angle, about 20 or so out. And that was not a problem at all. 8-7-55. They lead the Demons 3-5-23 on the Shutter Guard scoreboard.
And on the CD Dodd replay, a nice smooth follow through by Nicholas off a bit of a long run. Didn't really need to lift the leg that much. Low trajectory, but he knew that was in. And signalling, boys, come on, they can still get it. But the first goal, very important in the second half. They call it the Premiership quarter. This third term in the football world. And Nicholas certainly proved that once again. And there you can see Jai Clark is shifting back on to half forward. He usually starts around the midfield rotation. And so maybe they're giving the Demons a little bit more spark up forward. So it'll be Matthews and Reid to start things again. Margin 32 points in favour of the Lions. Matthews gets the first tap out. Kitchen. Oh, was it kicking in danger? Umpire says no. Non-officiating umpire pays the free kick to Perth. The advantage is paid. Stubbs in front. Samuel Stubbs with a fine mark at full stretch. And the Perth fans here at Leederville Oval applauding that marvellous mark. And Samuel Stubbs will go for his second goal. Second consecutive clearance in favour of the Demons here, Luke. And this ball movement really starting to wobble Subiaco a little bit.
I don't think that it will be wobbling them yet at this point. I think that maybe they've come into this second half taking their foot off the gas a little bit, but let's see what Perth can do here.
Stubbs from directly in front. Makes no mistake, and another funky celebration backs it up. Samuel Stubbs gets his second goal. And the second straight for the Demons in this third quarter. 8-7 playing 4-5 on the Shutter Guard scoreboard. 5 minutes in this third quarter here at Leederville Oval.
CD Dodd replay, there's the kick. And hopefully we do get to see that celebration here.
Look at that. Magnificent. Talented player, man. Certainly knows how to pull the moves. Magnificent stuff. Samuel Stubbs, a cult figure at the Perth Football Club and celebrating NAIDOC round in style. Of course, he designed that marvellous jumper as well.
Oh, wow.
Looks absolutely fantastic. The eight dots represent the 8 Indigenous players in that Perth side. Another tap being won by Matthews. Stands over the ball and gets caught in a tackle. They're wanting holding the ball, but they are not going to get it. Tackle being applied by Sinclair it was. And it's just alongside the centre circle. Reid working it to the front. It was even Stevens in that one. Clark tackled hard. Was it a sling? Umpire says, It'll be my ball, he says. Man on man, Subiaco on the defensive half. Perth would love a third straight goal, but Subiaco would love their first just as equally. Stoppage on stoppage. In the early going, played 6 minutes on the Shutter Guard scoreboard in this third term. Be joining us for the first time. 2-2-14 to 1-2 at quarter time. 8-5 to 2-5 at half time. The Demons have started well. Up and under kick by Brown towards half forward. McInnes couldn't take the mark. Socket off the ground by College. Inside attacking 50. Good pick up by Carey. Kicks from 45 metres out and puts it through. 3 straight goals for the Demons. Christian Carey, he's starting to come alive in this game. He's had a few quiet possessions in the first half, but now he's starting the second half with a bang. That's his first.
Perth are up and about now. 3 goals straight to start the second half is pretty much all you could have asked for as we see this goal on the run. The highlight of the day, in my opinion. Off balance, managed to kick it around the body from 45 out on a slight angle. Christian Carey.
And how he was able to back up the Perth Demons movement as well. Their attack at the football. That's what we should have seen in that first half. The way Rogers and co are able to attack the football freely with conviction. We didn't see that in the first half. And now in the first 10 minutes of this, in the first 7 minutes rather, of this opening half, it's starting to come good. So is it a little comeback, or Subiaco, as you said, might be taking their foot off the gas, but you never know in a football match.
Perth now with the opportunity to move it through the middle is pushing the back the court. It is
Nicholas.
Kicks it inside 50. Going up for it. Almost a good intercept mark taken by Subiaco when the fly went up. Now Subiaco in the back pocket. Doing well to start moving it out of here. Collecting it was Walters. He pushed it forward. Not the best result that he would have wanted as Perth turn it straight back over. Ball trickled along to Jai Clark. Inside 50 now. Carey nearly collected it. Umpire will have it as it gets wrapped up.
Starting to seesaw this third quarter. It's starting to seesaw this third quarter. They're now within 20 points, Perth. Another goal here and maybe we could be sensing something.
McGuinness won the tap down. Kicked across. And the centering kick eluded the target. Harris bombed it out of the defensive 50 for Subiaco. Good physical pressure applied from Giblet. And he's going to get wrapped up into a, well, he'll wrap up.
Well, it's holding the ball.
Into a big contest, and holding the ball is the call. So, Robbins. A kick up the far wing. That's going to find Sokol. Sokol, big kick, right to the paint of 50. It bounced over the back of the pack. Getting wrapped up in a tackle was Marsh.
Holding the ball.
And ball, says the umpire. Turns straight over to Gray. Brady Gray looking for an exit out of Perth's defensive 50. Stabs it forward. Found Fisher. Fisher a big kick up. Ball in a contest. Handballed over the top. Subiaco trying to get there. They'll be wrapped up by Stubbs, Reed and co.
I'd love to know, why would you put Sokol in the midfield rotation? He is a prime forward. If you get it forward, you have an extra tall target.
Kick out of the contest from Subiaco. Bodies converge. Avery has it. Kicks it up the wing. Now Subiaco again. A bit of ping pong being played in the middle of the field. A lot of turnovers happening in short space. But Kitchen moves it in nicely. And the mark is taken in by Marsh. And it looks like he's going to be backing himself from here. A goal for Subiaco.
Well, you have to back yourself in if you're Harrison Marsh. I mean, especially with the run that you've started this third quarter in 3 straight goals. You have to take every risk. But again, how Subiaco set that up, moving the ball quite freely, sums up the side.
Harrison Marsh had a good game today so far. Here he is to extend Subiaco's lead. Not quite. Right-hand side, the ball sails through.
11 minutes in this third quarter. The margin, 21 points, 56 plays, 35. The Demons have got the first 3 goals. Out of the back pocket, back towards left half back. Getting a fist on it there was Robbins, knocking it back Subiaco's way. McInnes down at ground level. Did he drag it in? There's a bit of trouble. And gone, holding the ball. Free kick will go the way of the Lions. That's good pressure on ball. And Harris will take it on the attacking side of centre. And a chip it short, finding Kitchen. Those marvellous fluoro green boots. Kitchen down the line to a targeting Broad, but Sport from behind. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. Zachary Hill providing the spoil there, but it wouldn't have made much difference. And the Demons will get the free kick. Are they going to switch things up here? They've got a couple of targets out in the open. One of them is Avery on the inner side. They're going to go down the line to the outer wing. Matthews from behind. McInnes, no mark. Kitchen scoops it out to Harris. Did he get caught holding the ball? Umpire says no. Maston couldn't get the hand pass out. And now Subiaco have got it back. Clark, short chip towards the forward 50, and it's a free kick, however. There's a bit of a scuffle behind the play as Broad took that mark. Kennedy getting involved as well. The free kick's going to be taken by the Demons. McInnes plays on to Taylor. Goes inboard to Gray. And now they're on again. Caniglio over the top to Avery, who ran in check from half back. Gray Kicks towards the forward 50. Stubbs at half forward. Stubbs with the one hand, but he was held on. Stubbs will get the free kick. Advantage paid. Goal to Clark. Perth have got the first 4 goals of this third quarter, and can you believe it? They're within 15 points.
Unreal play there from Perth. Regan Clark, what a goal. As we can see here on the CD dot replay, good foresight. Playing on there. And really helping their cause here. 2.5 goals now. They trail by.
I think they might have listened to your tip pre-game and have given a bit of inspiration here. We see it in slow motion again. Stubbs was held on there, got the free kick. Clark, advantage paid out the back, read the drop of the ball, and a lovely check side and dribble.
You know, Paul, I think it speaks to what we were saying in the break before, is that what we were watching in the first half was a free-flowing, physical Subiaco team who weren't afraid to have the numbers where they needed them, who weren't afraid to go for the big turnover. And now we're seeing a Perth team do the exact same thing, but not so fast. Kitchen running through the middle. He pushed it forward. Sinclair broke it up. Trying to move it out of there is Davis. Subiaco take it right back. Harris kicked it inside. Went off some hands and trickled out of bounds. And like I was saying, Paul, this Perth side is, for at least the most part of this third term, have been trying to recreate that in their own way. And I think it's a testament to whatever speech was given at half-time, because something was not working.
Well, given how they're playing for their football future in 2021 as well, another loss and their finals hopes could be gone.
Play continues. He gets wrapped up very heavily in the tackle. Good job keeping his feet there. In the sandwich, Liam Hickmott.
It's fully congested on the defensive half of the ground for the Demons. Subiaco have got many numbers out the back.
Ball being bounced around. Umpire will have that again. Canelio couldn't get rid of it. One more time. Ball goes to ground. Perth try to clear it off a boot. Subiaco again. Straight back inside 50. Ball got touched before it went into his hands. Subiaco now with the chance to move it around. It was Walters who couldn't clear it. Down at ground, there's a lot of players. Umpire didn't like something there. Holding the man is the call, and it will be rewarded to Perth.
Byrne will take the free kick out the back half. He's going to send it across the ground. Kick smothered. Quill caught in a beautiful tackle, a hard one there by 2 Lions. And another ball up. They only gained about 15 metres, did the Demons there, Luke. And I have to say, every metre gain is vital for the Demons, especially now that they are only 15 points down. Kitchen burrows his way through, hand pass over the top, and he was held on. Free kick will go his way. Oh, a little bit of naughty stuff there from Brown, trying to force Kitchen off. But no 50 metres given there. Kitchen will take the free kick. On the attacking side, forced to go back to Lockyer. Lockyer's kick, good, and finds Road. The century maker today, game 100.
Congratulations.
Waffle for 9 years as Drew Road. That pass also effective, and finds Martin. They're going to transfer play to the outer side here. Kennedy. Road just ran in unchecked. He was under pressure from Maston, but he got the sit, did Road. His kick, a disappointing one. Taylor couldn't keep his feet. Stainsby runs into space, bends it round the corner. That was clever by Stainsby. No mark taken. Delahunty under pressure now are the Demons. Hand pass over the top, finding Sinclair. He's dragged down and a good tackle. What will the umpire say? He says, I'll have it. This game, Luke, has really taken an interesting turn.
Absolutely, Paul. I don't think at the start of this second half could have said we thought we'd be here now.
Davis, high kick outside defensive 50. Great mark there, Rogers. Can be an inspirational figure for the Demons in any game when he's at his best. The short pass finds Davis. High kick, it's an up and under, close to the boundary line. Stubbs, leaping high, almost reeled it in. Caught by Road. Players out the back, looking to snatch the ball out of the pack. Lockyer hand passes it over the line. What about that leap from Stubbs? He's having himself a good second half.
That was a big one. That was a great attempt at a mark on the wing. Exactly what you want when you're clearing the ball into those areas.
So a boundary throw in front of our commentary position. Delahunty in the ruck this time. Reed in front, gets the tap down, close to the line, and Clark pushed out there. In fact, it's kept in play. So at the last second, Gray was able to keep that one in. Over the top goes Robbins, couldn't affect the spoil. Davis, close to the line, and Gray this time not able to get himself out of strife and almost creates a bit of a divot by the boundary line. 8-8 plays 6-5, the margin 15 points at the 19-minute mark of this third quarter.
Here we go. The big men going up for it, and he collected it straight out of the ruck, Delahunty. Not today. Play on as they handball it through. Taylor's kick found a bit of traffic. Ducking past was Stainsby, and he did duck into that, so, but he did get clipped high at the end of the day. Now, moving along the far side, Subiaco. Trying to be a bit more daring, go through the corridor. Taylor had it for Perth. He got wrapped up in a tackle. Now Perth coming through. It's Brady Gray. And he kicks it goalward and just saved at the line. Caden Full-Gravy. Sorry, Angus Dewar been watching a bit of the Euros as well, because just saved one on the line that was looking like a sure thing. Heel, and that is turned over straight away to Taylor. Taylor kicking it inside 50 and a big leap, but he couldn't get there. And then could it be through?
Oh, ho, ho.
Not quite.
Lucky there, Nicholas almost socketed off the ground, almost did a Euro goal himself.
Nicholas, good attempt. Not quite though. Kick goes through the middle. Good clearance there from Subiaco. Now they could be in a little bit of trouble. Perth running with the footy. It's Chad Harris. He's a good chance for a goal here. And it has gone through the left. What a disappointing end to that sequence of play. That's one that he'd want back. What a terrific piece of play that was through the middle, and very unfortunate for it to end like that.
The Demons are going to move it quickly through Gray. The hand pass comes out. It's on the outer side of the ground. Kicks towards a 2-on-1. Risky. No mark taken. In fact, it was. Drew Road, a fine mark out the back. He almost didn't get it. What can the Lions do here? Spoil from behind from Gray. And almost a head-high hit. Close to the boundary line and over. Margin 15 points. 8-9 playing 6-6, 22nd minute. On the Shutterguard scoreboard. Big third quarter it has been for the Demons. 4 goals straight has put them back in this game. The Lions looking a bit rattled. Matthews in front. Kitchen gets the hand pass in time to the path of Clark. He's under pressure from Sinclair. Matera down at ground level. Hand pass comes out. They cover some ground. Magnificent play from Perth to reel it back in. That's Gray. He gets dragged down by Matera. There'll be another stoppage. Just on the 50 for Subiaco. And above the scoreboard, Nicholas snatches it out of the contest. Dispossessed. Kitchen. Out to Hickmott. Burrows it out. Back into the attacking 50 for the Lions. The Demons clear. The kick out towards Rogers. Couldn't take clean possession, and it's over the line again. But they have gained some valuable ground, the Demons, on this occasion. It'll be a throw-in just by the hill. Little sea of spectators there enjoying the action and keeping themselves safe as well. Reid in front. Well played by Kitchen to get that one out. He's caught. Snatched by Gray. High kick towards the centre square. Now it's on half forward. Rogers, great attack of the football. Even better Stainsby. Hand pass intercepted by Byrne. Turned over. Heel. Hand pass out. Road. Kick across the ground. And Subiaco can ease it up. It wasn't a mark. Umpire calls play on. Was it 15? No, it wasn't. Matera forced to play on. Under pressure. The hand pass comes out to Hickmott. Great attack of the football by the Demons. It allows Byrne to take possession. Clark goes for the short pass and Carey takes the mark. It's a 2-on-1. Clark is the only target. Over the top to the path there of Sinclair, but down at ground level. A great mark taken by Dwyer. And that releases the pressure for Subiaco in the dying minutes of this third quarter.
Chipped forward. Ooh. Yeah, required a big effort there, but pushing the back. He's going to be called, and he's slow to get up. Hopefully all good. Should be.
Yeah, Matera taking the free kick.
Matera. So, Subiaco needing to create something here. Their once substantial lead has now dwindled. Hickmott. He found Robbins, who found Hickmott again. Trying to get numbers at the footy now, Subiaco. Perth take it, and the attempt at a snap around the body sprays out of bounds, unfortunately, for Perth.
Perth have got a roaming player free at the defensive side of centre. They got Sinclair. If Subiaco managed to kick it in his direction, look out for him to take the intercept mark.
So let's see if you were right here, Paul. Nice one.
Well, unfortunately, it was not Sinclair, but it was Taylor.
He did roam in the middle. My apologies. And they've gone in the horseshoe to switch the play to the other side. Byrne took it out wide. Inboard kick, it found Rogers.
Nice kick too.
It was a good kick. And it was marked out on the wing by Reid. College has it. And now the mark taken in. Quill. Bombed in. Deep. The attempt was made. They've handballed it back. Perth now. An attempt on goal, and it was touched on the line.
Well done by Stainsby there.
And that was one that Rogers would have loved to have got. He might have just caught some commentary from one of the coaches' boxes on our broadcast mics, which would have been good to hear.
As Dwyer sends it back into play, out towards the outer wing of the ground. Subiaco on the attack again. Delahunty over the top. He swings it onto the left foot, but only as far as Hill for the Demons. Hill, hand pass to Byrne. Back to Hill. Dragged down in a good tackle. They're wanting holding the ball, but it's a throw anyway. They'll get the free kick. Oh no, it's a throw-in. For a moment, it was for the moment I thought it was a throw there, but no, it's a throw-in. Matthews and Reid have had a hell of a battle in the ruck. Matthews, his debut league game. Walters snaps around the corner in a 2-on-1. Sokol couldn't mark. Out the back, Sinclair. Hand pass smothered, but Sinclair recovers. And the Demons clear the defensive 50. Kick towards a 2-on-2. Road couldn't reel it in with a one hand. McInnes down at ground level. Well done there by College. Out to Gray. Gets boot to ball. On the outer wing, there's the siren. And what a third quarter it was for the Demons. 4 goals straight. Sees them back in the game. And they showed the endeavour and commitment that Subiaco had in that first half. It is now only 14 points rather, Luke Worthington. We're in for a big finish.
Yeah, big finish coming up. Grandstand finish is all that we can hope for. Perth Demons, unreal in that third term. They did exactly what they needed to do. They became the creative side. They became the daring side. They became the side that was willing to go into the areas that the other team weren't. and they were rewarded heavily for it.
Who wants it more in that final quarter? That's going to be the question answered after the break. It is Subiaco leading 8-9-57 to Perth 6-7-43 in this round 14 Optus WAFL clash here at Leaderville Oval. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the last quarter here on Front Row Screens.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to Leaderville Oval. It's the start of the final quarter, and it's a grandstand finish we have here, ladies and gentlemen. It is Subiaco leading 8-9 to 6-7. The margin, only 14 points. 4 goals straight for the quarter for the Demons, with Clark, Carey, Stubbs and Nicholas being amongst the goals. Subiaco, their creativity seemed to have disappeared in that third quarter. The Demons, they'll be looking to get home with the wet sail. Subiaco, well, no doubt Bo Wardman will address their players and ask them what the heck was going on in that third quarter, especially since they opened up a 6-goal lead at half-time. No doubt they'll be wanting a big finish to keep themselves alive in that chance for top spot on the ladder. And before we get to the CD Dodd highlights and the goals of the game so far, we'll give you the scores of some of the other games that we have got going on. Round 14 of the Optus WAFL Premiership season 2021. There are a few crackers in store down at Fremantle Oval. The grand final rematch, second term in full swing. 5-1 to 4-5. South Fremantle leading Claremont by just 2 points. West Perth running away with it against East Perth. 13-10 playing 5-4. It's a beauty over at Steel Blue Oval. 63 Swan Districts playing 50, the West Coast Eagles, and Pure Thunder dominating East Fremantle 11-4 to 4-3 over at New Choice Homes Park. But here, it's going to be another ripping finish here at Leaderville Oval. There have been a few of those in season 2021, and we'll take you now to the highlights and the goals of that third quarter and the game as well so far, thanks to CD Dodd. This is the first goal, Jaden Quill, and that was their only highlight of that opening quarter, what was a very scrappy, less free-flowing opening quarter. And then Subiaco really brought it to light in the second term with 6 goals to 1, 2 to Broke, and also Will Hickmott getting amongst them with 2 goals. Ben Sokol has been held to just 1. And despite Sokol pushing back up into the midfield rotation to try and add a few extra sparks of flair, there you can see Nick Martin starting off the second term in style, and then Subiaco were able to just get on with it in the second term, adding 6 goals to 1. Will Hickmott getting amongst it with 2 goals. Ben Broke also with 2 goals. And also Stubbs, the only goal kicker for the Demons. Luke Worthington and Paul Persick with you in the commentary box for the start of this final term. Luke, as we show the goals, thanks to CD Dodd, what Perth were able to reverse. They were able to reverse their fortunes in the third quarter by showing the commitment and intensity at the football that Subiaco had in that second quarter, and they've come back from 6 goals down to be within 15. What a game.
Absolutely, Paul. Was one that we pretty much put down to a write-off at the end of the first half, and we've seen a team come out and do what not a lot of teams do, really adjust pretty much every bit of their philosophy about what they originally had regarding the game. Go for the second efforts. get the numbers, be physical, be hard at the contest, get the clearances. That's what they've done. Look at that goal there from Kerry.
I think
that was a turning point.
That goal absolutely really sparked the revival on how Carey was able to read the drop of the football and kick on the run under pressure in a vital phase in the game. That was the goal, I'd say, and you are right, it really sparked the comeback.
Yep.
And if you will, leading possessions for both sides, Luke Worthington.
Yep, so we've got Lee Kitchen for Subiaco. He's had... Sorry, it's Greg Clark for Subiaco. He's had 27 disposals, and then Lee Kitchen has had 24. Delahunty's also had 21. Other side, Austin Davis has had 20. Brady Gray's had 17, and Matthew Taylor has had 15. If you're taking a look at Subiaco's list, there's 9 players that have had at least 15 disposals, just 3 for Perth.
Yeah, Davis leading that, as you said, with 20 as well. Stubbs has 2. Nicholas, Quill, Carey and Clark each have a goal. It was the Samuel Stubbs show in that third quarter, especially with a couple of great marks and a few high-flying leaps as well. That really brought the spark for the Demons. Big final quarter coming up, the margin 14 points. It's another grandstand finish here at Leederville Oval. And stay with us on Front Row Screen Sport. Your number 1 in 2021. It's going to be a thrilling final half hour here at Leederville Oval, what has been unpredictable weather-wise. Will it be a third straight loss for Subiaco, or will the Demons have their finals hopes crushed? Final quarter underway. Reed with a big leap, gets the first tap out. Sinclair clears it out of the centre square. Coming up to meet it is Road, gets the hand pass out to Hitmont. Swings it onto the right foot. Inboard kick. Risky. Well spoiled there by Reed, but Subiaco had numbers out the back of the ball. Matera. Hand pass over the top out to Delahunty. Releases Kitchen. Goes towards the forward 50. And that is a brilliant setup. Kitchen out there to Marsh. He's going to swing it onto the right foot. Out towards Martin. Well spoiled there by Byrne under pressure. The Demons have numbers around the football. Reed gets tackled in a good bundle tackle by Brote. And the umpire says, give it to me. Well, Subiaco got the first big entry, but that kick inboard back towards Martin. Maybe it wasn't the best kick, but they've still got it in prime territory. The Demons clear it out again. 2-on-2, Stubbs in front, no mark. But he gets some valuable backup. It's Subiaco through Dewar. Turn it over on the defensive side. Kicks towards half forward, and it goes over the boundary line where Avery and Clark were running towards the ball, and we'll have another throw-in. It's on the Shutterguard scoreboard, 57 plays 43 here at Leederville Oval on this Saturday afternoon. A very important round it is in the context of this competition. Reed, rode by Walters. That's great play by Walters. Opens it up. Hand pass out to Kitchen. Kicks towards full forward. Fine mark taken by Marsh. He's taken 2 good marks in the forward 50. And he'll have an opportunity for Subiaco's first since the second quarter.
A tale of 2 teams. Third quarter Subiaco and fourth quarter Subiaco at this point. And really just a couple of efforts like this is all they're going to need to stop Perth from overrunning them.
Andrew Fisher's hobbling off onto the bench. He did take a bit of a hit, and so we've just got a bit of a delay as a result. So Fisher going off, and coming on is Taylor and Brown. And in no time, that'll allow Harrison Marsh to take his kick. He's going to kick from a tight angle, and he'll kick from about 35. No real breeze to speak of for Marsh. This kick to get it back out to 20 points. Starts right. Does it straighten up enough? No, it doesn't. So that's a behind for Subiaco. And the margin back out to 15 points in this final term. First goal in this quarter will be vital. It's brought back into play. McInnes from behind. Great mark by McInnes. A fine outing he's had this afternoon. Out wide, finding Sinclair. Sinclair kicks towards half forward. Stubbs at full stretch. Another spectacular mark. He's looking for Byrne inside the 50. He's also got Carey roaming free towards the square. The kick is a disappointing one. No mark taken, but there was a bit of high contact. And the free kick's going to go the way of Aaron Hill for Subiaco on fullback.
Heel chipped across. Stainsby. Chipped again. Subiaco slowing things down. Boots it through the middle. Perth now. Looked like they had control of the footy. Not quite. Subiaco, what can they do moving it forward? It's turned straight back over. Was taken by the Perth on baller. Now Subiaco looked like that could be a chance. Clark nearly got ran down as he kicked it out to the far wing. Good mark by Rogers. Chips it back. And a kick closer to the corridor. Subi switching to the other side. Harris. And he finds Walters. Max Walters.
Lucky not to concede 50.
Yeah. Walters looking for options. Kicked it closer to the forward pocket. Went off a hand. Looks like it's going to nearly spill out of bounds. Yeah, it will.
Subiaco wanting deliberate.
They are wanting deliberate for that. Look. They will get it. And holding the ball is going to be the call against Brought. So Perth with the opportunity to exit. Going up high for it was McInnes. Trying to crumb at his heel. A lot of bodies at the footy, but the handball went over the top. Found Harris. Harris trying to snap it around. Found Delahunty. Delahunty on the left boot. Inboard centering kick. And Walters is paid the mark.
Again, how Subiaco are able to find more avenues to goal by kicking the ball back into the corridor has worked wonders for the Lions today, even if Perth have been able to come back from a rough deficit.
Absolutely, Paul. And looked like Jai Clark very unhappy with the mark being paid there. Nonetheless, here's Max Walters. Originally from the Whitfords Junior Football Club. Walters, looks like that went right. Was it out on the full? Was. Unfortunately for Subiaco, they cannot increase the deficit.
It's another lucky break for the Demons as well, considering that they have had 3 opportunities, Subiaco, so far in this final quarter. Hill chips short to Avery. It's on the back pocket for the Demons. Avery hasn't got a lot of options to open the play, so he's going to have to go down the line with the left foot. Huge pack of players. Flying there was Hill. No mark. Tried to hand pass out to Road. College. Quick snap. Back onto the defensive side of centre for the Demons. Well played in the end there by Brown. He gets caught. Great tackle by Hill. Holding the ball.
Beautiful tackle.
And despite not adding further to the scoreboard at the moment, Hill's really rising to the occasion in this final quarter. 7 minutes played, the margin, 15 points in favour of Subiaco on the Shutterguard scoreboard. Risky kick in the Walters direction. He stood underneath it, couldn't take the mark. Now the Demons are away. Hand pass comes out. That's from Davis. Gets it back. Hand pass by Clark. Byrne. Can't take clean possession. Was he held without it? He was. Advantage is paid. Gray looks to get it back to Clark. Dummies the handball. Kicks towards the forward 50. 2 targets. McInnes was one of them. No mark taken. It's inside 50. Rogers snaps round the corner. Goes looking for Stubbs at the top of the goal square. What a fine mark. Hickmott. Hickmott under pressure. Up at full stretch and takes the mark. Sends Subiaco away. The kick towards Matera. Cut off by Gray. He's got a couple of players running loose inside the 50. The kick smothered. And Subiaco are away. Again, Matera. Key in that defensive turnover. And now the Lions can slow down the tempo. Out to Sokol. The hand pass comes out from the far wing. Matera regathers the kick. It's a shocker. Hill just bombs it forward. It's an up and under, but it's a good one. finds Nicholas, goes inboard. Clark looking for the hand pass. It's risky, but it's worth it. Davis gets caught. That should be holding the ball. It is. And it's Drew Road this time, the Centurion, getting the free kick on that defensive 50. Chips in short, finding Martin. The Lions now back under pressure. Up to the debutant, Robbins. Goes inboard, back to the centre square. And that's Delahunty looking to release the pressure. Now they go across the ground from half back. And it is taken by Lockyer. He too has had a great game, as Jordan Lockyer. Short pass out there to Stainsby. Stainsby pushes forward. Harris. Towards half forward. Robbins. Marvellous mark by the debutant. Shout out to his uncle too, Cam Robbins. Figure in West Australian football. Robbins on the attacking side of centre is told to get a move on. The pressure's starting to build, but that's a lovely kick back into the corridor. It finds Marsh. He kicks to the hot spot. It's a 2-on-1. Sokol at the back. Sokol takes the fine mark, and he has the opportunity to put Subiaco further in front. Again, that free movement by Subiaco saw them get right back into the swing of things. That long kick by Marsh set up Sokol to take the mark. He was the lone line target up forward. But his prowess in that forward line is vital if they are to win this game. Sokol from 15 metres out, goes bang, puts it through. Sokol gets his first, and the first in the final quarter for the Lions. And at the 10.5 minute mark, they go to 9-10-64. They play 6-7-43 in the final quarter. It's 11 minutes into the term. And as we go to the CD.replay, Ben Sokol, effortless kick. And in slow motion, you can see a smooth follow through. Sokol was pretty pleased with that one. I must say, Sokol's goal might have steered Subiaco back to where they were at half-time. .21 points the difference. 9-10 playing 6-7. It's thrown up. Was Reed held. Umpire calls play on. Brown. It's a centering kick. Clark almost held. Umpire calls play on. Hand pass comes out. Gray can't take clean possession. Now he does. But straight away, caught in a good tackle by Rode. And the umpire pays to holding the ball. Rode, that's his second crucial tackle of this quarter. And one that might have steered Subiaco possibly to victory. Kick down the line. No mark to Fisher. Collides with Nicholas. There'll be another ball in. The margin was 6 goals at half time and 14 points at three-quarter time. And it is now 21 points. Only one goal being scored, but that one could prove crucial. Sokol's second at the 11th minute. Sinclair, was he held? Umpire calls play on. Ball dispossessed. Fans giving it absolutely everything. The umpire, they're wanting ball. And it'll be thrown up in front of our commentary position. McGuinness in front, gets the tap. The two number 13's going at it. Hickmott wins the football. Can he get it out? No. The umpire says, give it to me. McGuinness again working himself to the front. Gets the tap. Marsh bumped off it as soon as he kicked it. Socket off the ground by Hickmott. Going down low, a good mark, Zachary Hill takes it on the chest. Hill from the right half back flank, back towards right centre wing. McInnes! Oh, did he hold on to that one long enough? Yes, he did. Delahanty looked to have gotten a fist on that one, but the umpire has paid the mark. Fraser McInnes in front of the Demons bench. McInnes goes back inboard, finds Byrne. Byrne out to Avery along the centre circle. They would love one more, Perth, to get back into this game and maybe make a run at it at the finish. Stubbs flying hard. That's a heavy hit by Stubbs. And the free kick will be taken by Lockyer. He too showed courage to go hard at the football. And Lockyer, who's had himself a remarkable game at fullback, will take the free kick. Lockyer under pressure, caught in the tackle. In front, Stubbs gets the sit. Caught by Martin, who shifted down back. The hand pass comes out to Harris. Close to the line and over. I'd have to say, maybe about 15 minutes to go in the game. It's going to be thrown in about 40 metres out from the Demons goal. Matthews and Reid. Reid in front, and there's a free kick. Free kick going to go the way of Subiaco. And it'll be Hickmott on the back line. No, that is Matthews, rather. Matthews kicks to the outer wing. Leaping high is Walters. What a terrific mark. He too showed courage to go hard at that one, and a brilliant game he's played. Walters on the outer wing, kicks towards left half forward. No mark taken. The Demons have got numbers out the back of the ball, but the ball beats them all. And it's going to be a ball in. Umpire just deliberating over that. It's going to be a throw in. Or is it? No, it's a free kick. Free kick's going to go the way of Giblet. I know he's going to give it off to Gray. Confusion reigning at the moment. Quite bizarre circumstances here. The free kick will eventually be taken. The hand pass comes out to Taylor. Taylor on the outer wing. On a hard lead goes Rogers. He couldn't take the mark. Bundled off the ball, Harris. And Subiaco again through that attacking pressure have got possession again. Harris, he gets caught over the line, and the umpire will signal a boundary throw-in. The Perth fans wanting holding the ball there. Reid in front. And again, another clearance going the Lions' way. Only momentarily, Gray went in hard. Players converging on the football. The umpire again will signal another stoppage. 21 points the margin. 16.5 minutes in this final term here at Leederville Oval. Shutterguard scoreboard. Great supporters, Shutterguard. It's applying roller shutter since 1989. Clark looping it over the top. It goes out to Gray. Gray short pass intended for Rogers. Couldn't get the sit, so applies a strong tackle but was high. Free kick will go the way of Aaron Heel. Heel gets Subiaco moving again. They're going to send it to the outer side. And down low goes Kennedy and takes a good mark. And now they can move it in board. They've got some space. Lockyer takes two bounces. Kicks towards the attacking 50. Towards right half forward. No mark. Good spoil from behind by Fisher. Gets possession. Bundled out by Robbins over the line. And it'll be thrown in. It'll be right on Subiaco's 50. One more goal, and you could possibly say that's the game. But Perth, they ain't going down without a fight. They've played brilliantly in the second half. 4 goals straight in the third. Subiaco have only got the one, but it could be an essential one in the context of the game, as there is a free kick by the non-officiating umpire. It's going to go the way of Kitchen, as he was held onto. Umpire telling him to get a move on. Robbins is on the lead. He's ignored. Kitchen wants to go long. Players leaping hard. No mark. Snapping it over the shoulder is Sokol. Is it at number 3? No, it's across the face for a behind. 22 points the difference now. 18-minute mark on the Shutterguard scoreboard. The Demons send it back into play, out towards the attacking side of centre. Stubbs, what a game he is playing. Another great mark. He was told to play on. Hand pass to Brown. His kick, disappointing. Harris at full stretch and takes another magnificent mark. Harris goes inboard, finding Kitchen. Kitchen's kick is smothered. But Subiaco have numbers around the football. Matera breaks through 2 tackles. Getting the sit there was a couple of Subiaco players. Hill in front. Going down low. Players converging on the ball like a pack of wild dogs. The umpire will signal a stoppage. And so if Subiaco can hold on to this win, they, for the moment, will go to the top of the ladder, as they will have a superior percentage to Claremont, who are still battling on with South Fremantle in the grand final rematch down at Fremantle Oval. Carey releases Byrne for the Demons. The kick, in fact, that was towards Byrne. Harris, who's had a great final term. And he's pushed in the back. That's against Clark. Free kick will go Harris's way. And the umpire's just discussing that with some of the players. But Harris will take the free kick. Going to go out wide. And that finds Kitchen. Signalling to his players, push back to the forward line. We've gone 20 minutes in the final term. Good mark taken in the end there by Davis. Davis sends it long towards half forward. Harris and Clark. Harris wins out, but is bundled over the line by Clark, and will have another boundary throw in. Harris, a big final term that he has had. And Harris, what a season. He's had 10 games. He's averaging around 16.5 touches per game. He's around that mark again. And he gives valuable contributions to the Subiaco side. Matthews and Reid. Players converging on it at ground level. Walters, looping hand pass, finding Clark. Clark kicks towards Robbins. He comes up to meet it. Can't get the clean pickup. He's pressured by Fisher. And it'll be another ball in. An overcast afternoon here at Leederville. It had been raining in the city for about 5 or 6 minutes, but luckily it didn't make its way onto Leederville Oval. We haven't had any rain since Friday night. Matthews in front. Reid forcing him back. Reid gets the tap out. Kitchen. Beautiful hand pass down low out to Walters. Gets it back to Kitchen from 50 metres out. Goes towards goal. It was a shocker. And that is going to be a boundary throw-in. No contest. About 20 metres out from the Lions goal. They lead it by 22. One more for the Lions, and that could just be the game. Perth got an extra one in the contest. Bro gets it clear, but it goes over. Just before he's able to clear that one out. And a few plays down. Bro, he's played a fantastic game up forward. He kicked 2 goals in that big burst of 6 straight in the second term. Thrown into the back pocket. Matera gets caught in a tackle by Brown. Umpire calls play on. Getting it out is Reid. Kicks towards half back. Getting a fist on it is College. Knocking it back the Demons' way. It's not going anywhere further though. Players converging on the ball. And the umpire will say, give it to me. Subiaco, they're getting ever closer to their 8th win from their first 11 games. And they'll go equal top of the table. But the way they've played today, they may have shut off the gas in the third quarter when they leaked 4 straight goals. But the way they've been able to hold Perth off with hard pressure at the football and good close tackling, as Josh Robbins gets a good round of applause as he comes off the bench. The kick just inside the boundary line, and it'll be a throw-in. Thrown in on left centre wing. . Reed in front. Players converging on it. And it's not going anywhere further. Still Subiaco will celebrate tonight, avoiding a 3-game losing streak and getting back on the winners list and getting back to top of the table just as they needed to. After losses to West Coast and Swan Districts in the last 2 weeks, the Demons, well, they'll have lost their last 4 and will likely be outside the top 7 at the end of this round. Great play by Brown, sends it off. It's a long kick towards the attacking 50. Stubbs was the intended target. Great mark by Hill. Hill's going to send it out wide. Dewar. Out towards half-back. That's a good kick. Finding Clark. As the sun breaks free again. Walters in front. And he looked like he was pushed out of it. He was. Advantage is paid. Delahunty has the ball. Drives it towards half forward. 2-on-1. Well played by Matera. Reels it in with the one hand. He kicks in the direction of Martin. Can he get the sit? He does, but he's under pressure. Is he going to dribble it forward towards the square? Socket off the ground. Matera. No, it's touched on the line. Or did he get it in? It's a goal. Thought it was touched off the line for a moment there, but Matera sockers it off the ground. And you could pretty much say signed, sealed and delivered for the Lions. That's his first goal. And Subiaco stretch out their lead to 28 points. And see that in slow motion. He might have just got it in there. The umpire said that was gone. Matera was just able to get that one off the boot. And then Nick Martin being responsible for the setup of it. Thought it was his goal. I might have to correct that, I'd have to say, as we see here on the CD Dodd replay. It was. And Martin, that in fact is his second. Nicholas Martin getting the goal. That's his second of the game. He kicked one at the start of the second quarter. 28 points the difference. Clark clears it out for the Demons towards Stubbs. Fine mark, Samuel Stubbs. He's been a highlight reel this afternoon. Explosive inside the forward 50. And as well in the midfield rotation. And he'll have a shot for his third goal of the game. Possibly a consolation for the Demons. Stubbs from inside 50, and it's across the face for a behind. 27 points the difference now at the 27-minute mark on the Shutterguard scoreboard. Can't be long to go in this game. Subiaco will go on to a solid win. They're 8th in 2021. As Heel kicks that one out towards left half back. Advantage is paid. Subiaco are on the attack through Marsh. Perth player is down behind the play. The kick towards right half forward. Getting first to it is Hill. Pushed over the line by Brote. Will be another ball up. There's a player down on left half forward for the Demons. And he's clutching his left knee. Can't exactly pick it up who it is, but we'll get to it in just a moment. That is Reagan Clark. The Reagan Clark clutching his left knee. He doesn't look well. And he's at the hands of the trainers. Play goes on at the other end of the ground. Nicholas, high kick. Subiaco have the numbers. Coming up to meet it is Dewar. Beautiful punch forward, finding Kennedy. Kennedy looking for the chip pass. Bounces obligingly there for Sokol. Kitchen roaming free. Sokol's kick finds him. Kitchen goes looking there for Matera, but the other target proving to be Nicholas Martin. No, it's Delahunty, and he takes the mark. Delahunty snaps around the corner, looking for Sokol. Couldn't take the mark. Clark. Forced back. Risky kick, but it doesn't matter. The siren's gone. Subiaco, after 2 straight losses, they go on to their 8th win of the season. But they did it the hard way. Perth came in hard in the third quarter, looking for a big finish. But Subiaco had more of the pressure. And they are victorious in what was a fantastic game of football. 10-11-71, playing 6-8-44 in NAIDOC round for 2021. The margin being 27 points at the end of the day. And Subiaco, for the moment, will go on to top spot on the ladder. I think I speak for every Subiaco fan that it is great to see the Lions back where they belong. They've formed a great dynasty over the last decade of football with premierships. An off year in 2020, well and truly behind them. They've had 8 wins and a final 5 berth, almost signed, sealed and delivered for them. And they'll certainly be fighting for the double chance. Josh Robbins, a bit quiet on his debut, but he had a few good patches in there, but he's got a lot of promise ahead of him. But also another great performance from the Subiaco forward. Sokol was only held to 2, but also Ben Broke and Will Hickmott also got 2. Martin amongst the goals for Subiaco as well. He also got 2. Stubbs also with 2, and singular goal kickers were Quill, Nicholas, Carey and Clark. But Subiaco, that is their 9th straight win, 10th straight win rather, over the Demons, and 17 out of the last 18 here at Leederville Oval. And that percentage of 71 will be maintained as they scored exactly that average today of 71, and a 17-3 record in all games between Subiaco and Perth over at Leederville Oval. But what a marvellous performance it was by Subiaco. They rode the pressure in that third quarter when Perth went on that quick charge of 4 goals straight, and then 3 goals straight in that final quarter with that free-flowing movement of the football, and the way they stood up to the challenge of the Demons' defence is a big, big testament to the Subiaco side that they have in 2021. No doubt making another statement as premiership contenders, as we show you the CD dot highlights to wrap everything up. And as we show you that, Drew Road will be chaired off for his 100th game. That has ended in victory. A marvellous victory it was for Subiaco. And they go to 8-3 after their 11 games and on top of the ladder for at least the next few hours. And they've certainly sent another warning to the competition. They are going to be a side to challenge for the premiership after missing the finals last year. So a great win for Subiaco in round 14 of the 2021 Optus WAFL season. But there is still more action to come in the next few weeks, including next week. But before we wrap up, we will go around the grounds for a moment. And a couple of big results in WAFL 2021. West Perth leading by 35 over East Perth. West Perth with the 4 points there. Peel Thunder will get the 4 points against the Sharks. They lead 12-9 to 7-7, and a cracker at Steel Blue Oval yet to be concluded in the last few minutes. Swan Districts leading the West Coast Eagles by just 2 points. But round 15 coming up on Saturday the 17th of July, and a Sunday game as well. What a cracker this round is going to be. Perth up against East Perth at Lathlane Park. The Subiaco side against the West Coast Eagles up at Leederville Oval. Swan Districts and South Fremantle over at Steel Blue. That'll be a ripper. Claremont up against Peel Thunder from David Gray's Arena in Mandurah. That's on the Sunday. And West Perth and East Fremantle at Provident Financial Oval. What a great round of WAFL football we have had. NAIDOC round celebrated in style with some of the best superstars of WAFL football. But at the end of the day, it was Subiaco victorious by 27 points, 10-11-71 to 6-8-44. On behalf of Matt Williamson and all of the front row screens team, and of course Luke Worthington, my co-commentator, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening from Leederville, but make sure you stay with us on Sunday at 10:30 for the Rogers Cup WAFL W Grand Final at David Gray's Arena between West Perth and South Fremantle. We look forward to your company then.